Hello, everyone. I believe we are live. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Very excited to talk about episode 11, part 1. I am Adam.
Brian. Hello.
Justin.
Yes, and I believe these are all the people that are going to be here tonight. However, some people may pop in, here and there. We will see, but
Hello.
Justin.
yes, and I believe these are... Oh, sorry, I have the live stream on. That's so funny.
However,
Some people may pop in.
And we're going to fix that.
We will see. Or
Maybe the live stream will pop in itself into the live stream. Just I have it going too.
Yeah, you have it going.
Oh, okay.
We did it.
See, we're already super...
No, it happened twice. I heard it twice. It was all of us.
Okay, well, I turned it off, so whatever.
I did too.
Okay. Well, all good, guys. So, very excited to talk to you all. Who's going to be the comment manager tonight?
The comment.
I'm up for it.
I think usually.
Why change it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, Justin, you're more on top of it tonight?
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I got this. Should we more properly introduce ourselves other than names?
By case basis.
Yeah. Why don't we go out besides names? We'll talk about what we do on the show or whatever. All right, cool. Well, I'm Adam. I am the creator of the show, and I voice act for Baseball, Test Tube, and Nickel, and Apple at one point.
Oh,
woo! Pretty fun.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, actually, a few people at one point. Yeah. And I do animation, editing, bunch of different things for the show. So very excited to still be doing this after all these years.
Same goes for all of us. I think I can say I am Brian. I co-direct, I write, I edit, I voice act. As fan, I was once MePhone 4S before his untimely demise.
Yeah,
amongst other plenty of other things. And yeah, no, it's been great. I'm so excited that we hit what was the number? Oh yeah, 100,000 subscribers.
Woo! Thank you guys.
100,000 subscribers.
And we had almost 200,000 on the new episode in just a week
already.
Woo! Thank you guys. I love you.
We are. Like, it's really unbelievable. Hitting the 100,000 subscriber mark for me personally was like a dream that I did not think was even possible. So this was unbelievable. And Justin knows, specifically Justin, but I'm sure Brian knows as well, that really when I started this, I was a huge numbers junkie, right? Like I was always crunching numbers and thinking how to get views and subscribers.
Yeah, you gotta get that YouTube.
Yeah,
you gotta get the YouTube partnership.
When they had the YouTube partnership program years ago, was I wanted to be a YouTube partner and get a channel banner. This was so long ago. It was insane. And like to think about everything that's happened since then, I feel like unsurprisingly, we found the most success after I stopped caring more about all those things. So very, very cool to see that happen.
The mythical banner. That's fantastic.
And Justin, you didn't introduce yourself fully, did you?
And finally, my name is Justin. I co-direct, I write, and I voice perform as Knife Paper, and I do a little audio cleanup. It's a great time, and I love all of you.
And there's me.
Oh my God! Wow!
What a surprise!
That's not okay.
I knew this was happening.
Yeah, Justin did not know this.
Wait.
Hi, Justin.
That's not okay. You cannot tell me about this.
No, we don't.
Nope.
Why?
Figured it'd be a little surprise. I was sitting on the side and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna be late.
I could have said something bad about him or something. You can't just not tell me.
I drove down here today, and the whole thing is that we were gonna surprise Brian.
Yeah, we were hoping to do that, but
like we did another time, but
yeah.
And we were like, okay, we can't surprise him. Let's surprise Justin.
So,
ta-da!
Guys.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Yay.
Yeah.
And I do stuff on iTunes. That's fun.
What stuff do you do?
Well, I do animation. I do voices, audio. I don't remember all my roles. Writing. That's a thing I do.
Yeah, you do writing too.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fun.
really cool. I'm
It's
sure
fun.
you do more than that.
I do some.
Yeah, you do a few things.
Covers the base.
Yeah.
So now we have the whole core 4 here, so that's real fun.
That's right. Pretty exciting. And some other people may be, bumping in and out, on the stream. So we will see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is all real fun. I have the live stream also going on my computer as well, so I can see all your comments.
Awesome, perfect. So you're monitoring comments too, in a way.
Yes,
All
so
right, cool.
we have everyone going on here.
Good. So this is very exciting. We just released recently, for those who don't know, which I'm sure there aren't too many, episode 11, part 1, Kick the Bucket, which was super exciting. Does anyone know how many views it has right now? I actually haven't checked in a
If I
little while.
scroll down,
Last I
it
checked, it's
says
around
192,000.
Wow.
Nearly 200,000. So wow.
Thank you to all 191,000 of you.
3?
Super grateful, as always.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty exciting. So, I mean, we can go through the production process. We can talk. We'll answer your questions about things. Obviously, we can't get
Question up, guys.
into part 2 because that has not been released.
Right.
But we can talk about anything you want to know about part 1 and how we made that and all that. So pretty exciting. This particular episode had a huge shift in how it was created. This was really the first one that really utilized our Kickstarter resources. Whereas the last one was a little bit of us trying to figure out what to do. This one was more.
This one had a lot more.
Yeah.
With the Kickstarter.
Exactly. We were able to.
Shout out to the Kickstarter backers.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, they're all phenomenal, and you know I really want to give a shout out to absolutely everyone. Make sure they're all talked about a little bit in this video right here. So for sure.
Yeah. 10 was more like kind of dipping our toes into what we could do, like the music and some of the backgrounds and stuff like that. But yeah, no, this time it really was taking full advantage, as you guys said, and I think that's very apparent when you look at some of these backgrounds. The score is like delightful, and I know that more like the other new animators getting more work to do, which is great.
Yeah. 100%.
Awesome. So we hope you guys all enjoyed part 1.
Oh yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. But obviously you guys should note that it's not a full episode. You shouldn't. When you watch it, you have to remember that it's not the end. You know, when you're like, "Where's test tube? Where's knife? Where's so and so?"
Yeah.
The episode was written as one large chunk, but we had to split it in half because we didn't think that sitting through half an hour would be that great. So characters like test tube or knife, or kind of everyone has a lot more of a fleshed out role in part 2. Everyone at least has some sort of thing that happens.
Yeah, at least everyone who didn't do much in this part.
Right.
But really, everyone gets covered.
Everyone kind of gets covered in part 2. It's just that because it was split down the middle, you don't have a lot of, for example, Knife in part 1. I know he had one line and he wasn't even on the screen.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
We didn't think about that. It wasn't until like
I think that was the best thing, is that after we did the split, we kind of realized Knife's not even in the first part. Like, you don't even hear it. You like.
He used on screen for the baggrouds considered raised. That counts for something.
Yeah. And all I could think was, oh shoot! Like everyone's gonna say that again. Like, no, I'm like, no,
we got the same thing after episode 10. I mean, that one makes more sense.
But really, this was unlike episode 9 and episode 10, where it kind of began as one story and slowly diverted into 2. This is still one story.
Yes.
It's still episode 11. It's just 2 parts, whereas that episode were 2 episodes.
Right. So if people ask why isn't this 11 and 12, that's the reason, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the best explanation you can give.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. I would look through comments, but for some reason my computer's frozen.
Really?
So
Are you on the right Wi-Fi?
maybe.
After all, you're at my house.
People are spamming take it.
Take it.
They're spamming what?
Take it.
Oh, take it.
Take
I love that scene. I animated that part. Oh yeah, my computer's Wi-Fi is definitely messed up. That's why.
You guys watch the reaction videos?
I've watched a couple, and really, thank you to everyone who did those. Those are really cool to see.
My favorite thing to see in the reaction videos was when there was that moment of silence, and then everyone went, "What the hell is that?" And we were like, "Oh,
before the glitch."
Yes, because they watched the first version.
Right.
We had to release it a second time because of the issues.
Oh no, I think my favorite was when Doe was sighing for however long, and then everyone's like,
Hello?
But yeah, in terms of the glitch, if we want to talk about the glitches now is as good a time as any.
Brian, by all means.
Address those.
Why don't we talk about like the whole process of doing
We can talk if we want to go chronological, we could do that as well. Doesn't make a difference to me.
Oh man. So Brian, why don't you talk a little bit about right before the day before release,
Okay.
which was the 22nd. What were we doing all day?
Well, I came over to Adam's house and we were working on exporting all the scenes. I was putting everything into Premiere, editing the episode together, getting all the clips, export. So then that was taking a while, but Adam, there was a little extra sort of development that Adam his family had not made him aware of, and that he was going on a bit of a trip, a bit of a pilgrimage, one might call it, to and this would involve him going on an airplane and being rather out of commission. So it was pretty necessary for me to, like actually like do the final edit, export that, all of this stuff, if we wanted to, get the episode out on the release date. So that was a little bit stressful. So then we were doing that. I stayed over at his house and I came back to mine, kept on doing all that stuff. Scenes getting exported, audio being finalized, glitches occurring, which as they always do. Nothing too major this time, thankfully, in terms of like the actual production part anyway. But so then we get everything through. We do the backer version. And then after the backer version goes up, I think Taylor pointed out to me, oh, did we use Justin's version of the finalized audio? And what I had used was audio from the animatic, which is basically what we do for the animators and the composers. We had an animatic of the full episode. So then everyone like is kind of on the same page, like, okay, what's going on in this scene, all that. So I just took audio from there. But after that, Justin actually went in and like cleaned up little like background noise, different like little clicks here and there, like mic bumps, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me put in that version of the audio. But the thing was, the audio was sort of split into chunks in order to get everything to line up to the clips as they appeared on screen, the lip syncing, all of that. So it was kind of a last minute thing to go in, add all of that stuff. And we had watched it when we put up the backer version, and that was fine. And then after we did all that,
we noticed another glitch.
Yeah, there was another glitch as well, which was
actually I remember exactly what it was.
Go ahead.
It was when Meepo said "Bucket Brigade," and instead of him turning green, he turned like red, and like a glow came out of it. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was a mask issue. The masking completely messed up.
Okay.
And so I could probably show it.
That's really weird. I wasn't present for this because I was on an airplane.
I noticed it was on the backer version, actually. You can probably still see it on the backer version if you're a backer.
Yeah, it's on the back. If you are a backer, you
can see the glitch.
Backer version.
Bucket Brigade.
Backer version has.
I actually deleted the backer version.
I was just about to say that. It's gone by this points.
Well, if you were a backer and you watched to that point for the then there you go. But yeah, so then that was one of the things that was fixed. So it seemed like everything was fixed. We didn't watch through. Big mistake. We didn't watch through all of it again from start to finish. We were just like, okay, let's look at this. All right, this scene seems okay. This scene seems okay. All right, let's export it because people are getting antsy. Like, where is it? Where is it? Okay, let's just do it.
It was getting close to midnight at this point.
It was.
I had gotten to my destination, and I was sitting in front of my computer, and we said, okay, it's 10 p.m. Let's just put it up. And I had the video, and I really wanted to watch it 100%.
Let's
make sure it was okay. But it was like 5 minutes before 10. And I was just like, you know what? I trust this. It should be fine. And except for a couple things, but
yeah, exactly. So if you missed it, there were a few things in that. What I had to do while we were lining. This is actually a really funny story. Lining up the two different forms of audio from what was from the animatic and what was from the clean version, the finalized version of the audio. It wouldn't line up exactly. I would zoom in as far as I could. I couldn't get it to line up exactly. So then, Taylor, do you remember?
It's not what I'm laughing at. It's not what I'm laughing at.
Oh, it's like glitched really weird on our computer.
You like froze and your face was like.
oh no, that's what I did in real life actually.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Right.
I was really upset.
No, yeah. So then what resulted from that was that then Taylor had to this was before it was even uploaded the first time. Taylor had to go in, add like a millisecond of audio.
Oh yeah.
So then it would actually line up because otherwise it was just not and I couldn't snap it just right in Premiere so the audio would line up just so. So that was another thing that took up a lot of time for no good reason. I was really annoyed.
I remember
Great
that.
stuff otherwise, but that was bizarre.
I had the smallest millisecond, and I called it like literally. I just edited the versions that way. I had the smallest millisecond at the beginning, just so everything would line up.
Yeah, because it wouldn't let me just move it the slice. But so then that happened. I'm listening to it, but then while then I had to do those 2 levels of audio. I had to make sure I deleted every little piece of audio because I kept it there to make sure that it lined up. But then there was one extra piece. So then when Nickel goes, okay, sure, we'll see how he does. You hear both tracks at once playing.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it sounded like a robot.
He sounds like a robot, exactly. And I was like, okay, maybe we could kind of get like I hate that. Maybe we could kind of get away with that because it's then we cut to Taco and microphone listening. So maybe it's like, oh, that's the way they're hearing it from the headset. Maybe I don't know. But then
that would actually be a really good explanation.
It would be a good explanation. But then when microphone then goes out, walks, has her little like thing with the paralyzer, drops it. The audio was like cut there because we had to then do some extra last minute audio editing there. Because the footsteps for microphone didn't line up to how it was animated, so then we just took stuff out, put it in last second, going like.
Yeah, we had to edit those footsteps in.
We saw that. I was like, oh god, oh geez. So then went in, fixed it as quick as possible, exported, put it up.
And then the audio didn't even show up.
Like Sam watched it and told me like, "Oh wow, it went great. Oh, it was so good. Favorite episode yet." And I'm like, "Hi, yeah, that's not but
long story short, editing isn't fun.
No,
I was so scared. Editing tends to be a lot of. I love editing, but that was a nightmare. That was like, it scarred me for life.
Well, now you all know my pain.
So horrifying.
Yeah.
It really was.
I mean, for me, I was there day in, day out. Super stressed, but I wasn't editing. I couldn't animate, so I was kind of just sitting there, moral support. You guys got this.
Yeah, true.
I wish I could do more at the final stages, but
Sometimes
someone asked
that cheerleader with the pom poms. You know,
that's what Justin's here for.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You should invest in some high quality pom poms.
That's true.
I think there's some around the house. I will. I'm not trying right now.
Have any?
Wait, what about that pillow that I just fixed?
Oh, true.
I could grab the pillow that I fixed.
Hey, we got one right here.
There's one. I could grab the other one.
The classic.
He has like
Got my puppy cat right here from Frederator.
Hey,
everyone, subscribe to channel Frederator. They're pretty cool.
Now, Frederator. Oh, I'll definitely do that.
Yes.
a question I wanted to bring up just got posted again, so I could actually read the name. Necrosis asked, how did you guys feel when we figured out that Apple had been possessed? And I guess this goes way
I had no idea. I'm shocked.
Well, wait. I'm sorry. Was the question, how did we feel when we found out?
How did we feel?
Well,
No, how did we feel when they found out? When they figured it out?
Like, wow.
Because I mean, yeah, some people knew. Some people knew at the time of episode 6, and some people are just finding out now. You know, there's and there's debate about it.
Are they asking how we, the 4 of us, felt? Or are they asking? Is that like a general question to everybody?
How us 4 felt about them figuring it out.
Well,
they figured out the mystery. I mean,
good job.
Yeah, good job. Honestly.
Yeah, because basically the way it was done was so that in episode 6. No, I understand the question. In episode 6, the seeds were laid there. Someone could figure it out. We didn't want it to be like a thing of like it happens later and everyone's like, what? Like this doesn't make any sense. It was done in a way so that if you were to pay attention closely, you would be able to piece it together. So then when people started piecing it, you know, like we didn't say like, oh, you did it, but it was like, all right, someone's starting to, and people didn't seem to figure it out for a while. It was kind of surprising. And then like one person gets it.
People had the idea.
Once one person gets
that's the magic of fandom, yeah.
We put in some hints, but then part 2 elaborates more on how it happens. I guess we can say that.
Right. Because then it becomes less about sort of the reveal that like Bo has done this and more like, what does that mean for their relationship? Why did Bo do that? The broader context behind that. It's not just about, oh, here's the secret. We're keeping it from you. Surprise! So then everyone who already
that was one of the bigger secrets we kept for most of the episodes. Like there were so many times when people would ask me like, did this happen? Did that happen? And I was just kind of like, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Just kind of go with whatever you feel like.
But yeah, it was important to make sure that it wasn't just like, if you figured it out, then there's no value to it. That the secret is just like another added layer to it. It's really then, it's about how, it has left an effect on all the characters. So then you don't just see it go, oh, I knew that already, and move on.
Right.
So you try to be very aware of that.
Exactly. That's another effect of splitting the episode in half, because it wasn't meant to be like the big reveal of the episode, but now that it is just towards the end of part one, that is now a takeaway rather than what would have been the takeaway if it was both parts together. Which I mean, as people, as we get new people circled into the viewership and that watch 1 and 2 together, it's not going to be as much a takeaway as it is for people right now, which is always an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry for current viewers who have to wait, but then the future viewers who come in.
One more week.
Part 1. Oh, part 2, right there.
Well, they'll be able to see everything. Imagine people have been around for years longer. Like, gee whiz.
Thank you. Thank you for staying. Like I think the split of the episodes, while now it seems a little bit odd, I think it actually does in a way benefit both, because it takes a few of the tensions where it can be viewed almost as like one very long story that kind of goes from A to B. This is kind of breaking it up in half, so maybe it's just easier to process everything and have a little bit more time to think about everything before you move on. I could see this particular story being a little bit like, whoa, like I was watching some reaction videos where people were like, oh, I really need to watch this again because when I was talking, I missed some stuff.
Same, I noticed a lot of that.
I've experienced that.
We really didn't waste a second. Like every conversation is there because it serves the story for part 2 or it serves the story for part 1. Stories that or conversations that may seem a little bit boring or maybe not that important, really, when you look back after part 2, are really important. So make sure you go back and
the way I look at it is basically like you're just getting a big commercial break in between part 1 and part 2.
Only 2 weeks.
Well, a long commercial break. But I'll tell you what. The reason I look at it that way is because when a new episode of a show comes out, if you don't watch it on, say you just watch it on DVR, you fast forward through the commercials, okay, you can just see it all instantly. But a nice quality to then having the commercial in between, if then you're watching it with people, as then with the internet, then you can interact with everyone, then everyone can discuss what's going on with then Bow and Apple, what's, all like everything, like, or Suitcase, like, where's that at? You can talk about it in between these two, big, parts of the episode, and then in a way that you wouldn't have been able to if it was all in one. So that's fun.
Yeah. And it sets up, part 1 sets up a lot of interesting things, and it keeps people wanting to see what happens in part 2, which I think is the perfect cliffhanger, right? That's all you could ask for in a cliffhanger. So
and after we release part 2, we will also release the full episode, combined of both 1 and part 2 combined.
Yeah.
So
not immediately, but yeah.
Not immediately, but in the future.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
We have a lot of really good content coming, and we hope to have a weekly upload schedule after part 2's release. Given the content that's going to be made after that, we put up a picture on Twitter where we kind of talked about that, and we have a best of video coming out. We have storyboards. I want to do something fun for 100,000 subscribers. So we have some things in the works as well. So that's exciting. And we're making episode 12, after as well. So
weekly content. So probably another live stream at some point. Part 2.
We love live streams. It's so cool to engage with you.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, the part 2 live stream is going to be exciting because we could actually talk about the story.
Right now, we're kind of censoring ourselves so that way we don't spoil anything for part 2. But
it's hard to talk. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say. Oh, thank you, Taylor. It's hard to talk about character mindsets at this point just because it leads into what happens immediately next. So to say this character is feeling this, we're going to try to keep that on the DL until next week.
We will try to answer questions, though, as much
of course
we can. And if it's a spoilery question or something we just flat out can't answer.
Definitely things about production we really like talking about. Or even story ideas that focus on part 1, maybe not questions like why did Bo hide this?
Right.
Like, obviously, we're not going to answer that, but other things, just be smart about what you ask.
This is a question that I'm not sure is considered a spoiler. So, it's a little in the middle, so I'm going to let you guys decide.
Okay.
Where was Egg in part 1?
Where was Egg? You didn't see Egg? Egg
You'll see in part 2.
Okay, yeah, if we want to leave it there. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be self-explanatory.
Yeah, you'll see.
You'll see, and you'll know why we don't want to tell you right now.
You're not gonna go. Oh, you're gonna go.
You're gonna go.
Hype it up.
It's not like a huge.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I haven't looked at the comp, but there seems to be a lot.
There's just a lot of people saying, really.
So, how did we design Purgatory Mansion this time around?
Ooh, good question.
Man. Well, it's pretty simple.
Do you have your notebook with all the sketches?
Oh man, I've got to have something.
Ooh.
Of Purgatory. I know I gave.
Wait, your backpack's over there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but my notebook wouldn't be in there. It would be something I sent. But basically, we have a new background designer named Sean Thurlau. He's incredible. He designed all of the background painting, or at least most of it, for the episode. I did do a little bit too, but not too much. And I gave him like rough sketches of a bunch of stuff. And we hope, if I don't see it, if I can't find it now, you'll definitely be able to see it in our upcoming storyboard video that we're going to put out at the end of the episode 10 one. I know we put a bunch of like, things before they were finalized and sketches and things. And I want to do that again. So I'm going to try to make it happen too.
This is so weird.
How cute is it though?
This is so weird.
Yeah, it actually, it has Natasha Allegri's little symbol right here, the creator. Not all of them have that, just saying.
Wow, one of a kind.
I know.
For you.
I know, pretty special.
Actually, I really do like this.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, it's actually really comfy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes. Oh, I'm not sure. I guess I'll just say this. I don't know if anyone knows. I do. I'm a voiceover artist at Frederator, and I do voices for 107 Facts videos sometimes. So sometimes if you're watching those or if you're a fan of those, you might hear me. So that's fun.
All of a sudden, you'll be watching, and you're like, "That sounds familiar."
Yeah. If you've heard a familiar, it's probably me. So.
That's what it was. Okay. Now I know.
I've been trying to figure it out for a while now.
There you go.
Cool. So any other questions, Justin, that you can? I'm trying to look for questions.
There's no more.
Will Lightbulb eat more stuff?
What? Wait, is that an actual question, or you just made?
No, that was a question.
What was the question?
Will Lightbulb eat more stuff?
Well, why would you even need to ask? I mean, have you seen her habits?
I feel like that question already has an answer that we don't even need to say.
There you go. I think she ate the question, right? Honestly. She good.
Any other ones, Justin? I can't find any.
Work on it.
I'm
so
trying.
how far are we along with part 2?
That's a great question. We've actually made very good progress. It's going very well. And a lot of the animation has been completed. We're still doing background design, and the score is being worked on. So it's going pretty well. We
have a couple scenes going on right now. I actually have one on my computer. I could share a frame from the scene.
Go for it.
It's a frame, and it doesn't really.
There's
no backgrounds. There's literally nothing. It's just.
Whoa! Look
at
it! Whoa!
They're in the episode. Confirmed it did.
Paintbrushes part 2?
No way!
I don't believe it for a second.
Holy moly!
That's actually a fake leak right there. That was completely fake. I'm not even making
fake stream. We're all fake right now.
Have a fake
Can we take them out immediately? I don't like this
pageant. Nickel and salt thingy.
But what happens if that became
Oh my
real?
god, that's so true. Never mind.
How long does it take to write an episode?
Oh.
Well, that depends. It depends on the length, and it depends on the requirements of the story. In the case of this episode,
this is
for reasons that we can't completely go into, but it addresses so many different things, and it resolves so many different things, and it moves characters to different places. And yeah, so this was a big undertaking because it was like, okay, this is everything we want to do in the one episode. How do all these pieces fit together? And we eventually found a way to get them to fit all together. I'm really proud of how they all do. And as Adam was saying before, every single line of dialogue, they all like everything, like really each scene matters
together.
The interaction. And we hope like then just in the way that then you have stuff going on with Nickel Balloon, Suitcase, and Baseball that ties into Microphone and Taco. Like I was then really happy with then how all that could flow into each other. Because then you don't want it to just be, okay, well, these characters over here, these characters over here. That was a fun thing about episode 10, it being a maze. A lot of characters that wouldn't normally like run into each other kind of ran into each other. In episode 11, we tried to like, it's always good to do that. So the best way to be economical about your storytelling is to tie the characters' kind of paths together. So that's what we're doing. But in order to find those connections, it takes a while. It really
Words of wisdom, Brian Koch.
There you go.
Yeah, I was built up to this, and a lot of my favorite stuff is coming up in like the series.
It really is. I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm so excited. But
One of my favorite stuff is in part 2, and by that I mean episode 11 wise. Most of it is in part 2. I love episode 11, part 1.
Yeah.
Part 2 is special to me at least.
Yeah.
Part 2 is really fun.
It's really,
Part 2,
it's great.
okay. Part 2, how do we explain this?
I don't know.
That's exactly it. How do you?
Very.
Let's build up to it.
Part 2 is very. No, I can't say unique. But I think you guys will understand why part 2 is taking a little bit longer.
Yes.
You will see why when it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
also
don't think necessarily what you expect either.
Probably
What?
not.
By us saying like it'll take a little longer. I don't think you know why. You'll have to see.
you have to, yeah, it's gonna take a little extra.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
you might want to talk
Should
about.
I maybe talk about it? Okay. So right now we're working on part 2.
As we saw.
Brian, I don't know if you talked to Justin before.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to actually. So I guess
get a chance to. Okay.
Oh, wait, is it what I think it is?
It might be.
Kinda.
I was
mean,
gonna ask
what-
you about
I mean,
something.
Justin, what did you expect?
What do you think?
What do you think, Justin?
I was expecting something about a headquarters, something involving YouTube, something involving.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, okay, so I'll cut that off there. I'll
cut.
cut that off there.
That would be way cooler. Unfortunately, this is.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, I wanted to do that.
That would have been great.
Okay, so we'll save that for another time.
Yes, 12 maybe.
12.
But okay, so for 11 part 2, we're really working on it. And with part 1, there were parts of the way where I think I'm very happy with the product we put out, and I'm very proud of what we've all done. But there were certain things that I was looking at and just saying, if I had another week, I could have done this. I want to talk a little bit about the bow and marshmallow scene at the bar.
Yeah.
That was a scene that I did in 2 days.
Oh.
Now.
Well,
And by did, let's
you
clarify, we mean
also mentioned
animate.
that the
We
latter
have, like,
part of
the
that
audio,
scene.
all that.
The latter part of that scene was animated on an airplane.
Yeah.
Wait, right?
None of it was animated on the airplane.
Oh, I thought it was. Before the airplane.
I was working when Brian left my house the previous night.
Yeah.
I worked. I went to sleep at 5:30 a.m. and I got up at 8:30 a.m. and kept animating until I had to leave for the airport at, I believe, 4 p.m. So
Sounds about right.
right when I got to the airport, I used my phone's wireless hotspot to give my computer service so I could email Brian this scene. And that was essentially what I was doing. But because of that, there were certain things. I'm still happy with what came out, and I'm happy with it. But there were a few things that I'm like, oh man, I could have made this look this much better if I did, had a few extra days or did this. And for part 2, there's a certain thing that really I don't want to rush, and I want to make sure is right.
We really want to put the most.
And you will
effort
know
we
what it
can.
is when you see it.
When you see it, you're gonna know why we took a little extra time.
Yeah.
Um,
So right now we have a scheduled release of January 6th, 2017, which is next year. Happy New Year, everyone, by the way.
Weird.
Because we probably won't be having another stream before the year is over. So Happy New Year.
yeah.
But unfortunately, with a new year comes a new week that we might need extra. to work on to work on this.
That was a great segue.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good.
While we are still aiming for the 6th, we may actually release the episode on the 13th, which is 1 week later, so we can make sure everything is perfected. And everything, if you have not followed us on Twitter or Facebook, please do. And this isn't me just plugging. It's just, like I said in the previous video, we put everything on there that we cannot put on YouTube because YouTube doesn't really have text updates. We would have to film a video every time we want to say anything. So if you follow us there, you'll get every update. And, you know, if this release date does have to have a change in order to make sure that a year down the road we're happy with the product we've made, then we're going to do it. So that's essentially what is happening. So please just stay updated, and we will make sure everyone is updated.
Also on Facebook, Twitter, we're a little more active by kind of telling people what is going on, if we're uploading a little bit late, if we're anything at all. We really let you guys know what we're doing.
Yeah.
If we decide that the episode's going to come out on this day or that day, we normally will let you know in advance, so that way you can maybe make a time to sit down and watch it and enjoy it. But I guess essentially we want to make sure that this next part that comes out is a bit more polished and put together nicely. Because as we approach the previous release date, we rushed a little bit. Not a lot, but we did a little bit, and we weren't fully happy with how it came out. We were happy, but like there are little spots that we were just like, we could have got that. We could have got this. We could have got that. And that extra week that we're going to take to make this episode will really matter and will really make a big deal. It absolutely will, and especially for a very big part of this episode that I think everybody will enjoy. Everybody will really appreciate. And I mean, there's. I think we've made it very clear. There's a lot that goes into making an episode. There's a lot of between writing, between the actual audio, between the voice acting, then the audio creating, then the storyboarding, then the animating, then the editing together, even the backgrounding, the score. There's so many components that make up a single episode that only appears to be 15 minutes, but in reality, it takes so much.
And communicating. We all need to talk to so many people and make sure we have everything and make sure everyone is given the resources they need, and you know that's a lot of conversations you're having. So even with that, you know, with all the things we were talking about before, you also have to just work with people, which takes time too. So
yeah. So and luckily we are so happy to say that we work with an amazing group of people between the four of us, and then our background artists, our animators, our composers. Is that the word? Yes. Between just everybody we work with, we've been able to be so happy with all the content.
And our voice actors too.
Of course, we cannot forget. And I think it's very fair to say that even though like we really put our heart and soul into each and every episode, so that's why we really want to make sure that what we're giving to you guys, we are more than happy to give to you, because it's our work. We're so happy to put all of our effort in. And to give it to you guys, I was every single time an episode's released, I always get this amazing feeling, just because I've been able to. I have all the stuff on my computer, and I'm creating all this stuff. And same with you, same with everybody else. We all have this content on our computer, but we can't give it to you guys just yet. And that moment where we kind of just release the floodgates and let everything go out, everybody can see it, they can watch it, make reactions, theories, reviews, whatever it may be. It's anything we get is really great, because for so many months we sit down and we work on all this material, and we kind of just
no one can see it.
No one can see it. We can't really show it to anybody except ourselves. So we only get those reviews from ourselves. So I think we just really would like to. I think we've made it pretty clear we want this episode to be a good one.
So we hope you understand, you know, everything we do, and as always, you know, with the 100,000 subscribers and everything, we really appreciate all of your support. And
Adam, you might be doing something special.
I might be doing something special that I'm planning. So stay tuned for that. That's really
going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting, very fun.
It's not going to be what you expect.
Probably not. I don't think I would expect it. At least.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah. So, all right, we could definitely after that beautiful thing jump into any questions that we may or may not have. Maybe everyone left after that.
Yeah, no, everyone left very angrily.
Sure.
Yeah, after we had that heartfelt moment, everyone's like, I already feel sad. I don't know.
Yeah, there was this one question from before everyone left from Depikin Animation that I saw that asked, was the reference to the scrapped character, Frank, intentional?
Kinda?
It was.
It was.
It was.
It was, kinda.
Totally.
It's a multifaceted joke.
It's true.
Yes.
We haven't seen every facet yet. That's all we can say.
And just saying with a grain of salt, every conversation and everything we put into it is for a reason.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Boy,
Never-
I wonder how people.
Well-
that. Okay.
Well, okay, let's say that it more applies to the recent stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't look back.
Oh yeah, no, to the recent stuff. Very true.
I can't look back. I'm sorry. I refuse to watch season 1 anymore.
That's fair. That's
because
fair.
I don't know. I think it's really
Watch
fun
this
to look back and
a week
say,
ago.
why did we give Marshmallow a Walmart card? Why? Why did we think that was funny?
And here's something
W-
I want to say about all that, because it's easy to as artists look back on your previous work and be like, ew, gross. But like,
I love it.
we were doing this all from a place of growth, and if we did not hit those things, we would not be doing what we're doing right now. So I feel like we should look at it in that way. Maybe to a viewer it might look really stupid, but I'm really thankful for everything that was created and what brought us here now. So
I try not to
I
discount
appreciate it.
the past.
We actually got a couple questions on Twitter.
okay, yeah.
I just remembered that there were going to be.
So we said please tweet us questions, and it looks like people did. So
I need to just find I'm gonna go in
Sure.
order. Okay.
great. Thank you for tweeting at us, by the way,
Yeah.
and using that Twitter platform. That is really great.
One of the questions was really random. Was from excuse me if I say any names incorrectly. Nathaniel Esperanza says, "Can we make you guys laugh in the stream?" I think we already cracked ourselves up. Like,
You don't have to do much
you
to
guys already
make me
make us
laugh.
laugh with a lot of stuff, but I think between the four of us, we have each
yeah.
other covered with laughs.
A rapper, yeah.
Let's
The
see.
word I would use.
I don't say it just yet. But that's a
Oh yeah.
here's a really great question. Brian, Justin, don't answer this just yet. But you're gonna love this question. What's the crab's name? You'll find
I
out.
feel like we've
You
said
alluded
it
to it,
elsewhere before.
No,
You'll find-
you said it.
You said it.
He full out said it.
You said it on Twitter too. Or
I don't know. If this
you'll find out in part 2.
But if
No,
you
it's a
follow
secret.
Justin,
You'll know if you follow Justin's Twitter or
The name of the crab.
Justin, what's your Twitter name?
My Twitter is at JBudVA, JAYBUDVA.
So if you follow JBudVA, you can find out the name of the crab, the light
There you
bulb.
go. That's
So-
a pretty good incentive, if you ask me. So
of course there's the expected
They're
what's
gonna
your
come
first
flooding
crush?
in.
Not gonna answer that.
okay.
This- Yeah.
No, that's not a really.
That's interesting.
From Sam Thornberry. When did Suitcase's voice get so bad? Fire them publicly on the stream, please. I hope he's watching.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Hi, Sam.
You're fired.
It's official.
Congratulations.
Get away. Also, don't talk to us again. We don't like you at all.
No.
I
How
like
are you
him.
Stop sending me Snapchats. Sam and I. I'll share it. Sam and I have been in a Snapchat streak for a really long time.
That's awesome.
We share Snapchats, or we send each other Snapchats of I'll take a picture of the floor and I'll scribble something and I'll be like, "This is my original character. Please do not steal."
Ship.
Sam's Snapchat story is the most ridiculous thing.
Mine?
Sam's, no, yours.
I thought you said mine.
Sam one time sent me.
It's just really weird.
Sam sometimes sends me you know how Snapchat has those filters that change
Yeah,
your
yeah.
voice. So one time he sent me a Snapchat of him wearing a Santa hat, and he had really, really big eyes, and it was him singing "Don't Stand So Close to Me," and it was the creepiest thing. I just sat there and I went, "Oh, I don't really feel comfortable right now."
He uses everything he can to, you know, make us.
Here's a question I would actually. This is nice. From Zongo Zongerson. How was Bo able to possess Apple if when she possesses someone they glow purple? Not entirely true. If you watch episode 6 when she possesses baseball, he glows purple for a little purple, more like pink. Let's just say there's different ways that you can possess someone, and in part 2 you will see.
Pro tips.
Simply to an aesthetic standpoint, when Bo initially flies into baseball in that scene, baseball glows pink, and his eyes are white, and then they fill in with black, and then the pink glow goes away.
Yeah.
There's another thing that I think we can at least say is that
So it's temporary.
in part 2, you'll be able to see more how, at least it'll be explained a little more in depth about how
that process
these things work. For me to say it right now would kind of be just ruining what we would
You'll
say.
see how very intentional the way it happened.
Sam said, "I asked to be publicly fired, not publicly bullied."
Well,
We
Sam,
can
what do you expect?
Yeah,
I was about to say, what do you expect from us?
Come on.
But yeah, for me to tell you, you guys will find out more in part 2.
Yeah,
promise. Oh my god, I just got a lot of has to be publicly fired, not publicly bullied. What exactly is from Soapity Santa? What exactly is the bright way?
The bright way. I think only like
The bright
philosophy.
The bright way is not always the best way.
Maybe
in
we'll,
fact,
like,
it very rarely is.
we might look
It's
into it
like,
soon.
you know how a broken clock is
The
right.
bright way actually.
The bright way is right.
Might
Never.
highlight what the bright way could be or not.
Yeah,
The bright way is it's a lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle choice.
It's a lifestyle
There you
choice that Lightbulb has adopted.
Lifestyle choice you
Sort
should
of.
never choose.
Just like her crap.
Yeah.
Like her crap.
Well, she insists that the rest of her team join her at the end of episode 5.
Yeah,
So
true.
let's
And
do
they all
this
do.
thing the
You
right
guys
way.
indoctrinate everyone, and it failed.
I really
still has it in her
like
heart.
we always get like the who are your favorite characters, and the answer is yes. They're just all. our
Someone
favorites.
asked earlier what our favorite designs are for characters.
Design.
Designs.
I feel like that's an easier to answer question.
It was funny that you say that because of course before when Adam and I were hanging in here, we have the II poster right over there, and that one's from like episode 1. Like Adam made that after episode 1.
Yeah,
And when we look at this, there's just so many design issues that like when you look at it, you're just like, oh, like so many things need to be fixed. Like
They're cute.
baseball's lines are weird, and Cherry's has like a shine and a shadow on the same
No,
side.
it didn't exist yet.
That's not physically possible. But I think like baseball is a much better design now.
I still say my favorite character that I designed was Steve Cobb's.
I was gonna
That was so yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Cobb's actually. I remember you shared that with me before, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, because he had the whole like the suit on.
Yeah.
But it was like
You walked us through the stages before he had the suit on, and then adding like little pieces to it.
the funniest thing I remember is that you originally wanted to give him facial hair, and I was like, that's too far.
I wanted I really wanted to make sure you got the sweater vest made out of a corn husk. That was the big
That was
thing.
the main thing.
Facial hair.
Oh,
my God.
and the necklace.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the Apple Store necklace. Yeah.
I remember I was super proud after I created Meekintosh.
Yeah.
I was like, I made like the perfect computer, and
Oh, it looked
That's
great.
awesome.
I love it.
And the effect on his face looks great. Too.
that was
The whole
thanks to
thing.
Niall. Shout out to Niall.
Everything came out great.
Niall did great on that. Yeah. No. Other than that, I do really like Box's design. I thought that was very.
Box is a really fun design.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. I've always really liked Fan's design.
Fan is great.
That being said, I've always hated how Fan's legs are positions. Like when you animate, Fan's leg is. Oh, dude.
Whoa.
I didn't know that could pop up. Justin, that's cool. With Fan's legs, like one of them is like he has 2 different parts on the bottom. Do you have that?
What? Like
The plushie.
What was just asked?
the plush.
You just
Oh.
It's probably in your room, right?
Yeah.
You can mention that though.
Oh, I thought since you were talking about fan, I'm like,
no, I'm sorry.
I don't have a fan.
It was because Justin asked.
Someone asked me.
I'm sorry. I got confused. I don't have it here though, no. But I do have a picture.
Oh yeah, so
show the picture.
Well, I mean, we haven't said what it is yet.
Yeah, Adam, so how about you talk about it?
Okay, so an amazing fan of the show named Cooper created a cheesy plush and sent it to me in the mail, and that was super cool. You know, he did an amazing job. It looks great. Thank you again, Cooper. And I will get the picture up. Here it is. So looks like this.
Oh.
Wow, it's so cool.
Yeah, there you go. So pretty awesome in my opinion.
Coming to a store near you? No, it's not. But
Yeah.
I mean, that would be kind of cool.
That would be great. Oh my god.
Here's a question: will we ever get to see the eliminated contestants again? Yes.
Yeah.
Never. No.
Never forget about them. Don't worry.
No.
They're kind of the majority of the characters. Now.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The minority are the right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh, by all means.
The contestants outweigh now the contestants still in, so like they're still a big part of the show. We're not just gonna throw them away and never see them.
That were like say in this episode we had 11 contestants, 2 ghosts, 3 ghosts, and Taco.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, not every episode are you going to see an eliminated contestant because we have other things kind of going on. That being said, you will see eliminated contestants in the future.
And we wanted to make that clear. Like when we did episode 7, I'm sure some people were like, whoa, this seems early to then be able to see all these guys again. But like we wanted to make it so, no, yeah, like we can do that. That opened us up to like, see them in episode 9 and stuff. So I like then, having that door open. You could see it's a bigger world than just what's going on in the competition, Although the contestants may not feel that way because they're a little tunnel vision right now. That's the thing.
Here's a great other question from. Oh, I forgot to say that the question before was from Kitty Lover 40, but this question is from Tom and then a bunch of numbers after his name. Do you have any other animations / projects other than Adam?
What me?
Because that's
yeah.
I mean, Brian. Brian. Actually, no. That does apply to Brian.
100%. He said animation / projects.
So Adam, how about you go first?
Projects. I've made a bunch of films at NYU so far in my sophomore year in my sight and sound filmmaking class. We had to do. I mean, we had to crew on 20 films. 5 of them were ones we directed, and all 5 are on my YouTube channel. So you could go check them out. Brian, Falling with Style 1995, whatever you prefer to call it. They're all there, and they're a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making them. So
that's awesome. Yeah,
Adam. How about you?
By the way, they are awesome, and I highly recommend you check
really
them out.
Great.
Justin has a cameo in one of them as well, so you could look out for that.
I had a line just like an episode.
I know that my name appears in it at one point.
Oh yeah, true. It was like Samuel Katz, and then like.
Oh well, that's what I made over the summer program a few years ago.
Yeah, Justin Grodin too.
You made Justin Grodin, yeah.
I had a lot of references in that because I was like, "What names do I give them? I'll just use these people's names, whatever."
Yeah.
So,
Adam, how about you talk about your
anyway, I can assure you.
I worked on a 1-minute animation for school. I did in my CTAN computer animation 201 class called Treasure Time. It is a 1-minute movie. I called it a movie on Twitter, and people thought that it was actually a feature film. No, I did not do that. It is a 1-minute thing, but it was really fun to, do something totally different from start to finish, doing all the storyboards and everything. And I did that all. I don't know when I will be able to show it to everybody, but when I can, I will. So
it's really good. I've seen it. So
thank you.
Love it.
I hope so. I want to see if maybe I can get it in my school's film festival. Nice. And if I can, then I cannot show it online to the public before. But if I get rejected from the festival, then I will happily put it on YouTube for everybody. So
which channel would it probably go on?
Yeah, I hope I get rejected, honestly. Pardon me, guys. Then I can put it on YouTube earlier.
Yeah. Here's a question.
Which channel would it probably go on?
Oh, probably Animation Epic, probably the channel we're on right now, because it is an animation.
True.
Another random question, even though it doesn't relate to II. What starters did you pick for Pokemon Sun and Moon? I don't know if you even got that.
I know which one I would choose.
Okay, which one would you have
I
chosen?
would have chosen the owl guy.
Rowlet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I chose. Justin?
So I had a lot of difficulty with that one because I had the first evolutions. Well, I prefer Rowlet, and I'm sorry, I prefer Litten to Rowlet, but I also prefer Decidueye. That's how you pronounce him. Decidueye to Incineroar. So I ended up with Rowlets. It was tough though. It was very tough. This is my first non-fire starter too.
That's so funny. Wait, show them.
Oh, I
That's
really
so
don't want
funny.
to.
Just do it. Just do it.
What?
Actually, you guys can check it out yourself. If you look at Inanimate tweets, someone gave Mr. Cobb's facial hair.
Someone tweeted out.
Someone gave Cobb's facial hair.
You gotta put it on screen.
Like, I remember you gave him like a goatee or something.
I did, and I actually probably have the sketch on my phone.
Oh my god!
Can we
find that?
Can we retweet it now so people can see it?
Go for it if you want.
I was thinking that the main account.
My Pokemon starter was 65.
Made me think. I'll check between the chat.
Ooh, look what I did find.
Oh, that's so cool. You can show that.
Yeah, so I found a sketch on my phone that I made of the initial design of like the reservoir and the whole challenge.
The bucket brigade. The whole that was the initial design.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. So
whoa, look. Congratulations, you have over 600 followers.
Yeah. It's really awesome. It's very in-depth.
I'm pretty sure if I go through our chat history, I'm going to
we can find
like,
a ton of sketches.
Bunch of sketches.
The chat history, good luck.
Well, no, like just the photos though.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
Well, you can do that.
That makes it easy.
Yeah.
Oh, someone keeps asking us questions like directly on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Someone asked us, "Can you tell us more about fans' theory?" Well, because it's a theory, so
I
there's
really
not really
like
much
this one.
more which we can do.
Actually, that one's great.
Great. You have to yell
I think
so people can
There might be something to go more into it soon.
I think
Before
soon.
it starts?
Soon, maybe. But
and this one too.
perhaps.
oh yeah, you could show that. That one's like exactly the shot. That's literally the shot that was remade.
Shot.
That was literally the shot that was remade.
Yeah, there you go.
For that whole thing.
Nice.
Looking good.
So if these are the kind of things I would send to Sean, and then he would take these and make them look really actually good. So.
And if you guys, I was mentioning there was a glitch a while ago. Of course, my Band-Aid can't let me zoom in. The glitch that happens in the backer update or the backer video was that there was a red glow. Wait, whoa! Outside me phone, and I took a screenshot of it. That was like
kind of see it, yeah.
It was the weirdest. It was the weirdest like red glow that like had appeared outside me phone. So, and his body didn't even like turn green; it just became green.
And that halted everything.
So then, to make it consistent with how it happens in episode 10.
Here was the original design for the crab.
The crab.
I think I updated it after a little while.
He had he has little things on his eyes. They stick out.
Yeah. Oh look.
I
have to share this.
That's
so
great.
You guys remember that really awful picture in the trailer, like where they were all like dancing and it was like that happy music? Here's the original thing. Yay!
That's
sort of
recreated.
Yeah,
That's
so
hilarious.
this was the original thing. I like drew it and then I literally just like sketched it onto my computer and then drew everything else. Oh, here's another interesting one.
Oh, cool.
Here was the one where
there's
it was
so many fun things.
There's so many fun things in here. Here's the one where it was like, "Where's Marshmallow?" and it was all the characters just kind of like, "Eh."
Storyboard panel.
Yeah, there's a lot of storyboard panels. Well, you guys will be able to see all these in the storyboard video, but I think it's interesting if we show you guys a couple right now.
Samuel Thornbury tweeted out to me, "Okay, don't say no yet. But would you consider letting Swearing Tree and Justin Bieberhead join the game?"
Best part of the show by far.
They're already in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like when we talk about like, the past and how it was important, had a lot of important stepping stones, we're not referring to the Bieber tree.
Here's another one I found of a microphone talking to Balloon. This was like a little thing that we did.
Aw, they were so great to each other.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
For a little.
No, but yeah, that split screen with the Where's Marshmallow, that's one of my favorite visual gags we've done, I think, that me phone pops up.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. So
That
fun.
was really cool, dude.
Yeah.
to find some other ones. This was a weird sketch that you did.
Yeah,
This is a sketch that Adam did a while ago, and it was at the bar.
I saw that one with the other.
That's good.
That one's real fun.
Pretty brave.
Pretty brave.
Oh, Joe had a long night.
Oh, look at this! Oh my god!
This is so funny. Okay, this was from last episode when we were doing the spoiled lemon scene, and it was when we originally had Starfruit. Starfruit was going to be in the crowd.
Yeah.
When they were originally singing on stage, they weren't on the phone. And then Starfruit, Brian remembers this.
Yeah.
And then Starfruit like appears, and he's like in a cloak, and I don't know why he's green, but it was like this thing, and it's just like
Because
I love that it goes like, I love the bottom, who's ready to rock, and then you just see the characters in the background like, okay.
That's how
that scene went through a lot of rewrites.
Because the whole thing was that
there was a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Starfruit was part of the band before, and then they were on stage, and it was like, oh no, we're like, they're just not the same. And then Starfruit comes in the cloak from on.
Yeah, we had him in a cloak. Yeah.
I thought it was a bit much, especially since we're in a tight jam by that point.
Of course, I don't remember exactly what this is from, but like, apparently one of us was freaking out in the chat, and the other person really needed the other person to calm down, so it was just this.
Oh my god!
This is what it was.
That was
Just have.
I think it's safe to say it's probably Taylor, maybe Adam.
Someone just threw that in there.
Yeah, I think it was maybe Brian.
It had to be one of you two.
Something, and I was just like, let's go down.
Brian, I think you were.
That's probably it.
Moment.
Taylor to Brian sounds right.
Yeah,
that sounds like it would.
That
be something
sounds
I'd
pretty
do.
correct.
that image should be on standby.
I'm so annoyed. Yeah, I'm just gonna disregard that.
I think I should just copy and paste that all the time.
Yeah, this should just be the response to everything.
Sam actually
just
tweeted out a legit
Just
question.
downplay all of their feelings.
He did.
No, that doesn't happen.
I don't believe you. You're gonna have.
No, he did. He said, an actual legitimate question. What do each of you view as your own best features in regards to media-related projects?
Oh,
See, that's an actual
question, and that's probably one of the most interesting questions we've had by far.
100%.
I'm in shock.
Okay, so
I mean, like from what I could say is just like, yeah, no, writing and kind of getting into the mindsets of the different characters, and like what I always say is that you need to approach each character from an honest perspective. You can't just go, oh well, soap, like they clean, whatever. I don't know. Oh, Marshmallow just kind of talks about Apple, whatever. You need to sort of like insert yourself into that character. Think about, all right, then like what would I say? What would like be a genuine thing that can be written as such? Otherwise, it feels stilted. It feels stereotypical. It feels predictable. Anyone could do it in a like a fan fiction or whatever. So you have to just try to make it as genuine as you can, so it forms the show and it moves the character forward. Maybe reveals things about them that you wouldn't have necessarily thought before, giving them layers. So yeah, no writing. That's what I would say for mine. Although I enjoy editing also. What about you guys?
I would say what is most important to me has always been coming up with how things connect thematically, larger picture concept stuff. That's if I could just do that forever, I'd be pretty content. Figure out how characters' stories work out. I
still agree with Justin on that.
that's my favorite thing in the world.
That's incredibly true.
very true.
When I refer to the writing, that's probably the biggest part of it, honestly.
Yeah, as much as I love writing the actual details out, bigger picture is what's huge for me.
And you like tone too. Like
tone is super important to me.
Tone and atmosphere.
There are.
Atmosphere.
I think we can
Words
say
use a lot
for all of us that when we write for characters, there are some times where like I'm just using this as an example. Maybe I know like Bo's tone better than Adam might know Bo's tone, or Adam might know like baseball's tone better than I know baseball's tone. Brian like is almost always the writer for Fan, because Fan is like the embodiment of Brian. If he was literally in the II universe, that's at least how I view it. So whenever the weirdest thing is that whenever I see Fan doing something, I literally just see it as like a little mini triangular version of Brian running around. Yeah. And so I feel like between all of us, it doesn't even matter. Like maybe Adam has a better grasp on how like Marshmallow will sound better than I do, and maybe Justin's really good at knowing how at least the tone for certain characters. We all just have a bit of a way of making certain characters come out a little bit better. So between the four of us, we all kind of are able to focus like, no, I don't think that Nickel would say that, or maybe he should say this instead. And maybe like I think as a real example, you and I like Justin, you have a really good grasp with Balloon, I think.
I like to think so. Yeah, okay.
I think Brian, like I said, is like literally the embodiment of fan. And I think all of us kind of go into the Alliance as a total, just because like the Alliance, we really have to be careful with what every member says to each other, because what every single person says to each other really matters.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've already said that before, that everything matters. But when we really write for the Alliance, what each character says, we really take the time to think about what is this person saying to this person? How will it affect how they view this? And I think
facial expressions. We have talked about eyebrows.
I was gonna say like that was the one I was gonna move on.
We talked about it earlier. Eyebrows.
True. And so I think it really helps between the four of us when it comes to writing, that we're all able to kind of look at a character, say Nickel, for instance, and say, I don't think it would be right if he said this. I think Nickel, knowing him, blah, 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 you kind of treat it as if you really know the character as a person in real life.
And that's kind of why that one scene was improv too, in a way.
Oh yeah, the scene from last episode.
Yes.
The whole scene with Baseball and Nickel, I think we've already said that before, but that whole scene was improv. That was Adam was just turning on the microphone. I still have the original raw audio where he just sat and you just talked.
Pretty much.
For about 5 minutes, and then I stitched together. I cut out the pauses. The best pieces. I like cut out the pauses.
We talked a lot about kind of the concepts that could be addressed and stuff like. And we were like, we went through so many different passes, and I was like, let me just like say this, and then we listened to it. We were like, no, that's it. That's what we need.
What do you think your best?
Oh man. Well, you didn't even say yours.
Did you say yours?
No, but you talked about like how we all talk about characters.
Well, I was going to look at it more of like an animation standpoint, because now if we move to the two of us, we can really talk about how we really create the characters and really make them appear on screen. And I think between the two of us, we're always we always focus on facial expressions between when a character is speaking, what the other character looks like, how they feel. You should plug your computer in.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And I think now that we're making storyboards, we can really plan out ahead of time what a character will do and how they will feel. I think between the two of us, we're always really good at making a character really feel more alive or just
like the minor
real,
little things
seem really a lot more real.
Placements.
You're not just gonna have a character. If a character says something mean, the other character's not gonna sit there just like. No, they're going to have some sort of reaction depending on who they are. If they're maybe Knife would have a different reaction to what someone said rather than if Marshmallow had heard it or if Baseball had heard it. You really have to pay attention to what a character looks like when something happens, because that really, you could really analyze that and really make more out of their character.
What do you think, like specifically for you, when you're animating? What do you think is something unique to you that you bring to the table and stuff? And things that you focus on more? I
always really focus on like the arms.
Okay.
Like that whole scene. What I do whenever I animate a scene or storyboard, but mostly animate, is I'll actually if I say a line, if a character's saying a line, I will make the character. I will kind of act out the thing myself. And like a good example is the scene between Paintbrush and Fan during this episode, the past part, where Paintbrush goes, "Come on, team!" Blah, blah, blah. Fan goes, "Oh, I guess everything's possible now." And the whole time, I would act out what each character's movements would be. And when Paintbrush went like, "Oh, stop!" Like I do that, so I pay attention to how a character's hand moves and what their face would be if they're like, "Oh, stop!" and then they were like putting their hands up like this. I think I focus on arms a lot more than a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then
I can definitely see that.
Eyes too, but to a lesser extent. The arms are the biggest thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
If a character's arm is just like hanging out there, like doing whatever it wants, like that's not going to help you. But if a character's arm is acting out something, it really changes it just changes a lot. And the eyes too. The eyes, if you make, at least now that what we're doing more is with the facial expressions with the eyebrows. I mean, I feel like that's what I think is what your biggest.
Oh man, in animating, I really try to get the facial expressions and the mood of everything right. But in terms of like media production, and I've said this multiple times, as much as like some people don't agree or whatever, I don't think I'm the best anything. Like I don't think I'm the best animator or artist or anything, right? I don't think I'm and by the way, like what I think is honestly, I think what I do better for media production is just like making sure a team is together and organizing everyone right and making sure that we have what we need and making sure everyone's happy and enjoying what they're doing. I think that's more what I like to do, and directing and things like that. Because I don't think that, there's so many people who can do animating and art that are, talented, and there's so many people who can do directing and stuff. But when I look at it, I don't really think that I, am as good at that section as I am at the directing section. So I guess I would say that.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a great alliance leader.
I try.
We're our own alliance.
Yeah, we're our own alliance. Who's the balloon?
Oh, geez. I don't think the balloon was invited.
Who's just here?
Yeah. If you showed up, you're part of the alliance.
Yeah. So who's everyone then? Who's everyone?
Of the three.
Don't do this.
I found a pretty great question that I like.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're gonna segue from that. We're not gonna do that, Tom.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, were we about to like characterize ourselves as characters? Like,
yeah.
Honestly, I can't do that because I view us as all of our characters. Like I view you as like everyone you voice. I literally just said I view Brian as Fan because Fan is the embodiment of Brian if he was in a cartoon. And
I could pick people for certain roles if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that.
What do you mean? Like
that's such a team.
I know who would do what. Who would be who?
Oh, in the show?
Like I know. So we have Nickel, Baseball, Suitcase, and Balloon.
Oh, between the four of them.
Yeah, I feel like
actually do that. Do that. I'd love to do that. I would love to. Actually, I think I know exactly who you choose. I know exactly who you choose.
Okay, who would I choose?
No. You do you. Okay. I'm gonna nod my head if it's what.
Okay. Well, if I were to do it, I would say that I'm Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's more obvious.
Exactly.
And then I would think that Justin would be Balloon. And then I think Justin would be Balloon, and Brian would be Suitcase, and you would be Nickel.
Yeah, exactly it. That's
yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
If we want to be fair, it's not like I was just insulted that I was called Nickel. Oh my god. Let me save this question.
No, just because because of the things like the sensitivities, and then also like the way the certain characters interact.
That being said,
yes,
the position of Nickel and Suitcase switches, I think, between Brian and I a lot.
That's fair.
Justin, you are like always Balloon, I feel.
Yeah.
Well, wait. No.
This is such an interesting conversation.
No. I change it.
What would you do?
No. I would say Justin is Suitcase.
Okay.
Justin is absolutely
and
Suitcase.
Brian's
Suitcase
Balloon.
and Brian's Balloon, and I'm Nickel because I'll just like Brian.
Wait, what?
Okay. But
that's completely different than what you were saying. You have a war.
Right. That being said, there are days where I'm Balloon and you're Nickel.
What?
Actually, yes.
What?
You two are the ones that are.
We bicker. Brian and I, we love each other, but we bicker all the time. And there'll just be days where I'll say, Brian, like, you suck, I hate you. And Brian goes like, ah. And then there'll be days where Brian's like, Taylor, how can you even function in this world? And I'm like, I can't. And then Justin's here like, and Adam's like, guys, please, can we just? And Justin's like, friends.
Friends, guys.
We're all friends. Friendos.
I love each other very much.
I could see actually where he's coming from.
This character would never say that.
Suitcase is more, yeah. That's it.
That's why we have fun.
Yeah, but I think I'm definitely the person who every time is like,
there are rules that
what
switch.
Are both sides? What's happening? How are we going to come to this resolution?
That's what happens with passion. I mean, there's a great there was a great thing they did for the 10th anniversary of Toy Story. They all got together. They were talking about how like people would like see them when they were discussing like how to like get the story going when they had to like rehaul the whole story like early on in production. They would do things like Buzz would never do that, and people would think, but no.
And no, there will be times where like, okay, Here's a great example. I have
Okay.
this is from episode 9. I remember.
Oh, okay.
The scene between Balloon and OJ was rewritten. I think we've said this before. That scene was rewritten like 10 times because the original scene was, quote, too mean from OJ's standpoint. Brian, don't start.
Come on, Balloon.
You guys.
There were.
All right. How about we tell you what the scene?
No, Brian, wait. Come on.
Go ahead.
You say something.
Please.
I was about to say is that scene was rewritten many times because both Balloon and OJ were changed up a lot between what they said to each other. But I remember OJ originally just rejected Balloon a lot and he didn't even decide to take Balloon's.
He didn't even take him in the house.
He didn't even take him into the house. He kept him outside. He's like, I can't even let you inside. And then, well,
yeah, that would have been cool because then we wouldn't have to redraw it.
Well, that was the other thing that I was like, Brian, you're gonna make us redraw the whole. But besides that, we changed it up. But because I remember that OJ kept Balloon outside and actually yelled at him at one point. He was like, yeah, he was like, nobody wants you around or something like that. And I was like, that's fine. I don't care. I think that's probably an okay thing for OJ to say. And Brian, what?
Wait, Justin, what'd you say?
You just collapsed.
It's not.
I don't think that's fine.
What?
No, yeah, well, I didn't think it was fine either.
Well, okay. The thing is, I don't think nowadays. I think I'm happy the way we talk. But at the time, I was like, I don't care if OJ's mean. He already won. I was like, what does it matter if people look at OJ and go, oh, he's mean?
Now that you won, you need to be an awful person to people.
But okay, the whole thing was that we wrote OJ being incredibly honest to Balloon, to the point that it hurts, to the point that it hurt Balloon and it damaged his character. So I had already recorded for OJ, and I actually was like, I was pissed off, so I said things like, I would yell as OJ in the microphone. I recorded for him, and then 2 days later, we're like, Adam's like, Taylor, you have to record again. OJ has to be a little bit less mean. And I'm like, fine. So I re-recorded again. I recorded a whole nother thing. Send it in. Taylor, you still sound mean. Taylor, just put it in. And we're like, no, Taylor, you need to
it's Taylor voicing the character.
This is what I have to say.
Bro, no.
Oh no! Hey, you got to talk. I do not like them taking a character just because they're not like a major character anymore. Throw them under the bus. Just be like, okay, well they could just be like a complete jerk now. Get rid of their development. So we could have the development.
No.
Of the other
Yes,
that was the thing.
To tell you the truth, Brian, I am happy with the way that we went. I thought that the original thing was a little more dramatic and it had a little bit more action. You know why? Because the characters yelled and we had a bit more like interesting shots. But the scene that we ended up doing in episode 9, I'm happy with. So, did you win? I don't know.
It's not about winning. No, it's not about winning.
This is exactly.
I thought the people who win can be jerks to people.
No.
No, they just totally forget that they win. And
characters are still characters.
It didn't want to be an explosive moment that was just, oh, Balloon, we hate you again. Because well, not only is that repetitive, it's also just like forcing like, okay, then you used to feel sorry for Balloon, you used to feel sorry for Balloon. We want to then have a new perspective on like, okay, why can't you come in? Why do people look at you in a different way? And that sort of introspective conversation, I think, then gave more insight into Balloon than what we had seen before.
This is why we
about like it being too mean. It was about getting into like kind of a new sort of like.
And it's how you view the game. I think was a big thing to take away. Like some people go in, they're like, this is a game. I want to win $1 million, so I'm going to do what I need to do to win $1 million. And some people take things personally and vote, or take their feelings away purely out of emotion. And this is actually something interesting. I don't know how many of you are Survivor fans, but yeah, that always is a big thing on Survivor where, the people who are voted out of Survivor collectively vote to decide who wins the season. And sometimes they vote for who has the best strategy and who voted out everyone and who did the most in the game. And then other people will be like, no, that's stupid. Like, you voted me out. I don't want to give you $1 million. And they'll vote out of bitterness. And what's so cool about that is there's no objective way for the jury to vote. However the jury decides is the correct way, essentially.
Yeah.
So
I mean, long story short, we rewrite a lot of characters. We've talked a lot about character writing and how tone and voice works between every character. And you all got a sneak peek between my feud with Brian. Because
long dormant, by the way. It's old stuff coming back.
this is old. Yeah, this stuff we're the fact that we're arguing about this literally does nothing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it's in the this is from 2 years ago. Like this is over
2
2 years.
years?
Yeah.
2 years ago? No.
Yeah.
When episode
Wait,
9
no,
started
it's one-
being written.
Because
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Between
Yeah,
when it was
that's right.
written. So
I remember it was specifically at the end of while we were still in high school that we were talking about this.
that's
That's
very
really
true.
insane, honestly.
But I remember there was one time we told you it had to be rewritten. We told it while we were meeting up with you, and we were in like a back seat.
Oh
all the
my
three of us,
God.
me, you, and Taylor. And you mentioned it
Oh,
at that moment. It was a terrible moment to mention it. And Taylor was like, "Oh, you're kidding!" Like you know. And
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like,
Yeah, no, you said it to me, and I was just like, "What?"
I'm never invited to anything.
"That's right."
hey, don't say that tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
Hey.
Maybe we'll do a Periscope tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter to find out.
Oh, Brian's gone.
No,
someone was
I need
asking-
to find a place to charge.
Wait,
We're gonna see him again.
I guess
Shut up.
Sorry, I need a
wait,
moment.
So no. So wait, we never got to this question that was asked. I don't remember who it
did
was who asked it, but the question was, do you want if in the future will you develop characters individually instead of them being in groups such as nickel, baseball, etc.? And then mostly baseball, he said.
I think
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would say,
Absolutely.
in a sense, it's not the same as a non-reality show kind of situation because everyone is a part of this world and they don't leave this world, so it's those around them that affect them. But I would also go with yes, just maybe not in ways that are more conventional.
Yeah, and I would say that groups show who the character is, depending on who they're with. Certain characters will act certain ways depending on who they're with. And
I mean,
those differences, I think, are the character more than them alone.
Take into consideration that they're also split into teams right now.
Yeah,
And that's
true.
not going to be the case for
Forever.
The whole thing. So I think it'll be a nice breath of air when you see characters interacting with each other that haven't really done before.
Yeah.
I think it's they won't really be in groups to say the least, but at the same time, we aren't trying to make every character seem like they're in a group and that's what they are. Every character is an individual, and every character should be developed in an individual way. But it just so happens that they are split into groups, and
I think we have a lot of stories, built in that regard that are, we can't go into yet because people are relying on teams at them as it is.
yes.
Speaking
I'm
of
happy. I'm happy we're able to answer that question. That I felt really
Yeah.
bad that we didn't do that, and we got into that huge.
That was awesome. that made for
though.
great. I'm not gonna say
Oh
television.
no! Sam sent me a Snapchat.
Oh no.
I'm a little afraid.
yeah. I was,
Okay, well, I was gonna ask a question.
I will be back. You guys go on.
yes, he's gone.
Tay, whatchamacallit? Someone that was asking earlier about how we constructed the underwater scene. And I was thinking,
Adam's fully in charge of that.
I mean, audio department. I was thinking you, but
okay.
but boarding and animation, yeah.
Okay, we can go in order. Before we go into that, hold on. This is a Snapchat from Sam where he circled my face. Guy who works on show. My OC, don't steal. Oh my gosh, that's pretty great. Adam, look here.
God.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna send him my new OC, which is
Oh
Adam.
my god, that's so. Wait, show the viewers.
Yeah, no, I will. Here's my new OC, guys. His name is Adam, Adam.
Hey, that's not different than how I spell my name.
So, the underwater scene, that was a whole
yeah,
lot
that
of
was, that was
stuff.
fun.
So,
Talk about the audio section.
the audio was a lot of sound effects stitched together. We were able to, or I was able to find lots of different underwater sounds between something that you'd hear from a submarine, something that you'd hear from if you were snorkeling or if you were just underwater. I think there was actually a sound effect that I downloaded that was like drowning, and I was like, that's really sad.
Yeah.
And as what I tried to do for that scene is, the further you go into the scene, the more the sound effects intensify, and the more the environment kind of seems a bit unnatural. Because if you're underwater, for the most part, you don't really hear that much, except it just sounds cloudy. And as the sound intensifies, it becomes a bit more, it's a little scary. So, and between also having Suitcase, who we've now seen have lots of issues, there were a lot of things that we took into mind to add in. We even had Justin last minute adding in his own little...
It's the scratchy voice under.
Yeah, you take a listen. There are a couple voices that you hear. But my favorite was adding in. Brian also wanted to add in something too, but I remember he was like I don't remember what he did.
He was gonna. It was a party.
Oh yeah! Oh, that's right. So during
like a slow motion rendition of a party.
So during that whole part, Justin, I added in Justin's voice. Justin has a voice cameo, just the voice.
I mean, yeah, that was
in the underwater.
More so the knife.
So does the regular voice. But I'm pretty sure I hid one sound clip in there of Brian whispering a party.
No.
And all he literally goes.
I tried to hear it.
You have to like pay super close attention. You hear it more towards the end, because if you heard it in the beginning, it would be like, she comes in the water, and then all you hear is "all I want
Party
is going to a party," and they're like, "No, that would not work." So yeah, that was Justin. But then the real magic came to life when you animated. Well, first we storyboarded, you storyboarded, and then animated, and that became.
Oh man, that was an experience. That was a lot of like, light, tone, weird things that I don't usually animate, like seaweed with faces on it. It was great. It was fantastic. Yeah, that process. I definitely spent more time on that scene than the Marshmallow and Bo bar scene, and it was shorter. So it with the special effects of her like submerging into the water, and then the bubbles, and the seaweed was all frame by frame, and there were a few shape tweens in there. I know the face was like a bunch of like moving, weird, creepy, blurred drawings. And then the tying where it like ties around her leg and everything. That was great.
I remember when you first showed that to me, and I was just kind of like, animation school has done a lot.
That's my favorite scene of the episode for sure.
Many things since I've been there, which has been great.
Yeah.
And that was super great. And I got some advice from Niall and from Phoebe, who have been really great too. They told me some things that maybe I could do with like the bubbles and the lighting, and that helped too. And yeah, it came out really cool. It's always nice
when you get a little hand with an animation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was great.
I think I'm trying to think of what that was probably the heaviest focused edited scene of this part of the episode. I'm trying to think like any interesting things about any other scenes in part 1 that were
nothing like the other scene in episode 10 that was like screwed up, and then
oh geez, well that was flash glitches.
Yeah, that was so
only
terrible.
There was one scene I think we discussed that had a glitch where we lost all of our stuff, but we had to recreate it from a Swift or something.
Awful.
That scene was heavily edited just because of a flash glitch. But I'm just talking about in general. The first scene with Bo and Doe and Marshmallow, that was probably my hardest scene of this episode.
That came out awesome.
I mean, I was happy with how it looked, and I mean there was a lot of editing you have to do because the ghost characters have a lot of different features than a regular character.
Yeah.
Between the transparency and between the
oh man.
You probably
Whiteamator sent me something neat.
I'm like
I want to check this out. Oh, then again, do I on the stream? I'm not sure.
Forward it to me, and then I can open it.
But hello, how are you, Whiteamator?
You should turn the sound effects from Skype off. But
yeah, true. I'll just log out of Skype for a bit.
Yeah,
And,
as well.
How do I forward you this?
That.
Cool.
So then I think that the bow and doe scene was pretty tough to work on. I'm trying to think. Oh, my favorite scene though of the episode was Paintbrush yelling at Fan though.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was I animated that scene first because I knew that I really, really, really wanted to do it. And I knew the exact position I wanted Paintbrush to be in when Paintbrush screams at Fan. It's like new levels of nonsensicality. That
was really fun.
Oh my god. And I have tons of audio recordings of me screaming so many lines for Paintbrush and Bow and Toilet. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. And there's more stuff to come.
Yeah, true.
There's even more screaming.
Is that your favorite scene? In both parts? As of now?
In both parts.
If I'm talking from an animation perspective.
From an animation perspective, maybe that was one of my more favorite scenes that I did. For part, if I'm considering the whole episode, we haven't done everything, so I can't say what was my favorite scene.
As a non-animator, I've known what my favorite scenes have been for a while. Mostly writing perspective.
Well, what was your favorite scene from the first episode?
From the first part, it was definitely Suitcase underwater. Though my top 3 are in part 2. Not to say I said this earlier. Not to say I don't adore part 1.
Very fair. Very fair.
And Take It All is also in part 1, so that's a thing too.
That's awesome.
And any update on the Whiteometer thing?
Yeah, no, it was an animation test.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Gotcha.
Very good job.
Yeah. So I'm looking around for. Oh wait, what was this?
Yeah.
Oh, someone reminded us that when we tried to prank for April Fool's Day.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, I won't go as intense this year. I know, guys. I know.
We didn't do anything last time, but I have an idea for what we will do.
That's cool.
In the future,
I'm
and
excited.
it won't be like you being kidnapped at least.
Okay.
At least this time.
Hey, I thought that was personally very funny. I know it did not translate to everybody, but
Adam's actually kidnapped on April Fools.
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, God. What was that?
It was a fun time.
Oh, I thought it was a great time. I was at like the mall, like laughing at everybody. Oh man, it was great.
I remember getting a message.
People were worried.
And someone was like, "What happened to your channel?" And I'm like, I didn't even know anything about it.
Oh, I didn't.
I remember I was getting onto a flight and I had just found out that the channel was hacked. And I was like, not again. And I was
not again.
Yeah, not again. And I immediately knew. I remember you had mentioned it like 2-3 years ago, and I was just like, Adam. I was like, Adam.
Yeah.
The channel, and he's like, yeah. He's like, doesn't it look great? And I'm like, Adam, why did you do this? And he's like, it's funny. And I'm like, okay.
I'm very what would you say? Like enthusiastic about things that not necessarily everyone is super enthusiastic about all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of instances with me and you where I'll wake up from a nap for something big. Like once I woke up from a nap, you calling me for to see if I got accepted into a college I really wanted to get into. One time was this.
The one you're going to right now, actually.
Emerson, yes. You were there for that. I was half asleep.
I was the first person to know.
Wait, I remember I called you too. Right?
Yeah, Taylor, good job.
And you were saying.
I didn't care.
You were saying
asleep.
Today was the day. Like you were so excited and everything.
Today's the day. That's what
you were like pumped up.
When aren't I?
Can you come pick me up? My friends don't like me anymore. No.
Oh, I thought that was a real call. Oh my god.
Who would? Okay.
Taylor's mom.
I really like this question. I really like this question that was asked to us on Twitter. So
I love it. Great.
From his name is Ed. due to the change in gender for Lightbulb very early season 1, a lot of fans see her as a trans female. What are your thoughts?
Oh, that's interesting.
That's awesome.
What,
Yeah.
Justin? How about you start?
Well, yeah, I think it's awesome. It's a fun way to. Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's much more beyond to say. It's a good concept.
It's a cool thing to think. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that
I think it's a
with
positive.
a lot of these characters, you can really kind of theorize or think about what I'm trying to find the right word, how to say this correctly, but it's not necessarily like an incorrect statement, but at the same time, it's not official at the same time.
In a way, like with fiction, what they are is what you perceive.
Exactly.
You
You can perceive a character as one thing and there isn't really anything to go against it.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool.
I don't have anything really against it. So, I mean, if you perceive Lightbulb that way, that is your own way of perceiving her. By all means, you can do that. That applies to a lot of the characters.
I mean, really,
but I ain't gonna say jack squat about that.
There you go.
Interpret art however you want.
Exactly.
As long as you're not hurting anyone, go for it.
Interpret it how you want. That goes for a lot of stuff. You can interpret a lot of things on the show however you want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop
traits
you.
for any character.
I don't think you're going to stop them.
No,
No.
certainly not. No.
We'll have Frederator take down all their videos.
That would be
Freedom of
funny.
speech. But yeah, there's a large part of fiction, like Adam said, is perception, interpreting things, and your perception of a character may not be the same as another person's, but
it might not be the same as ours.
may not be the same as mine. Or,
I mean, in this case,
but that
it's
doesn't
kind of
matter.
mine, but
Totally not.
It really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some times where I look at a character. Well, it only becomes an issue if it comes into the writing. But if I look at Fan one way and Adam looked at him in another way, as long as it doesn't interfere with how we both would like to write him or how we'd like to really make him as a character, it really shouldn't be a big deal. Like even if it does, like if I decided, oh, Fan likes to eat pizza, and Adam says no, Fan doesn't like to eat pizza, but as long as Fan doesn't eat pizza in the series, there's really it doesn't matter.
That's true too.
So I could say he likes pizza, or I could say he likes pepperoni in his pizza, and you say
even if I think that he loves pizza, and it is shown he's like, oh, I love pizza, and eating it on the screen. If one of the viewers is like, no, he definitely hates it.
He definitely hates pizza.
It's up to them, honestly.
I don't care.
yeah.
If you think he hates pizza, then he hates pizza. But he could eat a slice and be happy.
It's an emotional, from his backstory. Like, there's a reason why he eats pizza even though he hates it.
It reminds me of my family. It's triangular. I wish Brian was here right now.
Oh, that'd be funny.
If he held it.
Triangular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can replace him. I can voice everything.
Adam, can you talk with Test Tube's voice?
Sort of. I actually kind of can't because
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters, in
a way, like they have.
What does it sound like right now, Adam?
Well, if I was to talk kind of like this before it's sped up, it would sound like that.
Wowie!
Wowie!
Yeah, you speed it up, and it sounds different. So.
As you can understand, we
And certain ones, like Nickel, used to be changed but now he's not.
No, now it's just you.
Yeah.
Really, he talks more like this, and I don't have to edit it at all, after it's all said and done. So there you go.
I feel like that sounds a lot more like the early Nickel.
Maybe a little bit.
The newer Nickel has
has
a little bit of a less you're not like wow, you're just kind of like well.
It's a little bit less.
No,
It's
I
more
can't do that. I don't know how you do that raspy stuff. I can't do that.
I think
have
Knife
no idea.
was pitched
More
down
less.
slightly season 1.
And
Yeah, no, the first few episodes of season 1.
that's
Knife was pitched
big
down.
responsibility.
I loved that part because you were able to show his teeth.
Oh, that was so fun.
yeah.
That
Hey,
was
Taylor,
great.
how about Bo?
What do you mean? How about Bo?
Someone's asking if we can hear Bo.
No. Bo, there's a reason why she isn't shown every episode.
That's the
had to
reason?
do so much work to make Bo still sound like she's Bo. Bo is not an easy character to voice, and even after 5 episodes of not seeing her, it's so difficult to speak as her. It doesn't sound like her at all.
Understandable. Well, you're hearing the one and only baseball right now, kind of. So I don't even
The
have
one
to.
and only baseball?
Yeah. Maybe like a little bit. You know, would you talk a little bit
You
more?
talk a little deeper.
Yeah.
I like whenever
You gotta talk deep.
these
but also-
are winter boots. I always think of like the voice from like what was the name of the llama movie? Emperor's New
Oh
Groove.
yeah. Which one of you fellers is the real Dirty Dan? Oh, I am.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know, not at all. I was
pull
thinking of
that out
deep
of?
voices, and I just thought of I am. You know, and then she rips his head off or whatever. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
What was we gotta get SpongeBob?
Oh, that
back.
too. That's hilarious.
The Yukino Jail, right?
Pill
Or
Dick
Yukino.
No, it's we gotta get SpongeBob back faster than a dill rhino on a horn pickle. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I love that.
Love that. That's real fun.
It's so funny.
We gotta get SpongeBob back.
Well, this is good timing.
What?
Someone asked
We
if I
need some wheels, but how?
Someone asked if I could do the knife voice, so I'll stick to
Can
that.
Yeah, go for it.
gotta get SpongeBob back.
We gotta get SpongeBob back. Oh my god.
We gotta get SpongeBob.
All right, we get it already.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Oh my god.
My
That's so
God,
great.
that's so funny.
Look what someone wrote. Illegal drugs. He's eliminated for illegal drugs. Wait.
Yeah.
I should go get
Yeah, if you want
should I
to.
go get him?
You can.
Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I don't know what's going on.
I'll find out.
Yeah, you'll find out. Well, guys, now we're down to 2. There you go.
Best for last.
There you go. Well, we are suitcase and baseball, so there you go. You know.
Are you sure about that?
Well, actually, that changed, right?
It
Well,
changes.
I said that you were balloon.
I guess it's up to interpretation. It depends on the scenario. It depends if we're just friends
Sure.
or we're working on the show. Because I like to think that normally I'm a nickel.
Oh, you like to think of yourself as the nickel.
Yeah, Nickel's the character I'm most like.
So,
That's
Justin, what do you think?
I hate everybody. Everyone sucks.
So there you go.
What are
You get it?
No empathy whatsoever.
There we go.
Oh, and someone,
It
okay.
is the one and only. Do you guys remember this?
Wait, but here's the best part. You only got half a vampire
Yeah, he kind of never recovered from
from the
that
hospital.
video. From the yeah.
I still haven't been part of an inanimate battle, and I'm a little offended.
Oh yeah,
Highly offended.
that's pretty great. Oh, Sam took a screenshot of you.
Of me?
Remember when I sent him the thing?
Oh, Sam.
Adam, you're famous
Oh, no, he sent something back.
Oh God.
I'm excited.
Oh man.
Inanimate battle.
Everyone's quoting Inanimate Battle now.
Off to the hospital.
I love all your quotes. Thank you.
Wait, hold on, let's see this. My other Osei, his name is Justin.
Looking good.
Look.
I'm looking. It's a little blurry, but
Oh, that's real great. Here, wait. I need to think of something else to take a picture of.
By the way, random side note, but you know, the Me phones get dumber every generation, as we said. But you know, the iPhones certainly don't. I'm digging this new phone.
Ah! No
Digging it.
headphone jack.
No headphone jack though. So that stinks. You know.
how often are you charging and listening at the same time?
Never.
What were you saying?
I really don't know who would. So there you go.
I'm giving you rainbow hair.
I like that. Like the Trump cut.
kind of like the Trump
Yeah, like
cut.
the Trump cut.
I had rainbow hair for a few days.
Did you really?
What?
No, I mean I was working at this fair and we did I was volunteering and I was doing the spray paint stuff. So every day I would rainbow my hair up.
Oh, that's
It was great. It was really great.
I want to one day dye my hair green for a bit.
Oh
Just
my
as a joke.
gosh.
I think that'd be
Oh my-
really funny.
That'd be so awesome.
One day when I just do not care about my physical appearance whatsoever, I will do that. So
I kind of want to just dye my hair pure, like maybe like a lighter blue.
Look at this beauty that I made.
Yay!
Rainbow Trump Adam. It's gorgeous.
He supports whatever.
Rainbows.
Yeah.
Did you see like the giant naked Trump statue that they made and put in like
They put it in New York. I know that.
Yeah, that was insane.
And now he's
really
our
disgusting.
president. We win.
We won as a country, right?
Peaceful victory.
Yeah.
Hi, Justin.
Oh, hi guys. How are we doing today?
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to explain to them what this is?
This is a pop filter that we use for recording. We put it in front of our face. We talk into. This is my microphone that I use. I use the Blue Yeti. I do recommend.
I mean,
I like this.
I have two pop filters.
Brian back.
Yeah, it's true. Where is Brian?
Yeah, where is
He is doing stuff with his cousins briefly, but he said he'll be back soon.
Why?
All right. Well, the stream might
Why?
end while he's.
Why?
Just saying, the stream might end while he's gone. So, because how long have we been going at this point?
We've
How
Almost
much
2
more can
hours.
these tours take?
I don't know how long we've been going on for, but
I think the viewers should just comment right now just to let us know how long we should go for.
Oh, you're
Hey,
really.
it says we've been doing this for 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours. We started after 7:30.
Yeah,
Now
so
it's
we'll
nearly
go another
9:30.
like 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. There you go.
That should be fun. Brian's gonna come back and be like, "Hi guys," and we're gonna be
We're
like,
gonna be
"No,
like,
we're not here."
Bye, and then you're gonna go right before I click the off button.
The after credits scene of the live stream.
Absolute tradition.
There you go.
Okay. Ooh, I'm looking for some other questions that we can answer. Why don't I check?
Yeah, I
Twitter?
haven't been looking at the comments obviously at all. I've been just on the camera
Having fun
More,
time.
a lot more comments than questions.
The typical what genders came from.
Typical.
We're not gonna answer that. Oh, okay. Who do you guys main in Super Smash Bros?
Oh, that's.
Bowser.
I feel like we've answered this on like every stream. I don't know why, but
But why not?
Luigi. Actually, boom.
Nerd.
Oh, I'm such a loser.
Nerd.
Such a geek.
Oh
Oh my god.
Justin. Well, don't you have a couple names?
I mean Luigi, Pac-Man I love, but yeah. Luigi. Luigi's my main.
Take a look at this.
Bowser.
Yeah, your Bowser's solid, dude.
Thanks.
Dalton said he'd dye his hair green.
He would?
Yeah.
they would.
That's the worst part, as I said before. I will dye my hair green if I do not care at all about my physical appearance.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But hey, mad respect. Mad respect.
I have a couple mains in Smash, but I mostly go between Ike, Mario, Zero Suit, and Mr. Game & Watch, because those guys are fun.
Yeah.
I haven't played you in a long time. I have to beat you.
Hey guys, where's Tyler Bungard?
Season 1, that's where he is. And that's where he's staying.
Hey! I was always confused by his existence.
Oh, come on, he'll be back. He'll be back.
I was as well. I wonder whose idea it was to throw him in there.
It was actually Jeff Mills.
I was just about to say though.
Oh, I can't blame you then.
For a long time, I was credited as the voice
Yeah,
of Tyler
that's
Bungard because it was Justin Miller who voiced him. But on the iWiki it said it was me, so I kind of had to have
Justin
someone to
Miller, if
take
you're
that off.
watching, hello.
He's not me.
Not that, Justin. Oh, here's a good one.
Brave.
Will there
Yes.
be any more II art contests? Yeah.
There's a chance.
There's definitely a chance.
I mean, I don't really know. We'll see. I love the fan feedback and I love giving you guys an opportunity to express yourselves as much as possible. So I think that's a good idea.
Read this out loud.
Yeah. From Sam Thornbury. Why does Adam play as Luigi even though he's terrible with him? It's a great question, dude.
Yeah. There are some weird questions I'm not going to repeat. I really
Very
don't
fair,
like.
very fair.
Okay.
Why does Knife lost his role?
True.
It's all caps. They're shouting at me.
I mean, he's pretty much voted out already. So, I mean, you might as well just disregard him as a character.
I think he'll
He
do
won't
stuff next
last.
time.
He won't last a day.
I think he'll do stuff next time around. He'll still win an Inanimate battle.
He'll be out before the next episode's even out.
Yeah, that's true. Even if Knife gets out in
Yeah, right? He'll get voted out twice
Yeah.
in one episode.
Trying to find questions. Will Bo and Doe get their bodies back? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, possibility.
It's a possibility. Possibility not. Will Nicklay ever return?
Ooh, Nicklay.
I would love to see Nick
Can we get
in like the current.
Well, I remember
Can we get
Niall a long time ago made like a new Nicklay looking thing. I have a picture.
that was in the short that I wrote and asked him to animate.
Yeah, oh my god, I remember
that. Did
that.
not come into fruition.
This was the Nicklay.
It was gonna be
This was like the new Nicklay. Or
Oh,
something like
wow.
that.
Yeah, there's a
movie. I'm not
Kinda.
into that movie. Like what do you call them?
That's the learn how to spell thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, t-shirts.
Cyanide and Happiness, right? He kind of looks like that.
Oh yes, I don't have
Yeah.
this. Yeah, if
Can we
Nicklay
get the
ever,
original
if Nicklay ever
voice actor?
returned, I'd imagine he'd be animated kind of like that.
I agree.
Not that I would say he's going to.
Oh yeah, probably.
Can we get the original voice actor?
I'm highly offended.
Nate Groff.
Oh, the Nate Groff.
The Nate Groff.
We'd pay good money to have him back.
I miss him.
Yeah. I hope you're doing well, Nate. Hey, maybe he's watching. Who knows? You never know who's
Well,
watching.
I mean,
There's a chance.
Will Yang ever kill anyone?
He did.
He did.
He totally did, right?
he did. He definitely did in the festival version of the episode.
Oh
when
yeah, he ripped
Apple
out.
gets split.
But hasn't Yang actually killed someone before though? Like
Broke Knife's leg.
Yeah, he injured Knife. He threw Yin at
Knife's
Knife.
leg died.
Rip.
Rip.
Ripped.
I love it,
Just like
they
Knife.
had one entity in the contest, so they had to work together, even though
That was my favorite thing. That
was your number one favorite thing?
absolutely. I don't like anything else in the series. That
You guys-
one thing keeps me going.
Do you guys watch Object Show 87?
yeah,
Yeah.
I have all
Oh,
the merch.
yeah.
I have all the merch.
I got the Inanimate Insanity t-shirt.
I'm
No,
sorry.
Inanimate Insanity t-shirt. It's a character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's a great character.
wait. We have to have some Object Show 87 merch around here somewhere.
It has to be me.
Wait, there's got to be like a crayon or something in your desk. No.
This crayon box of here.
What?
Hold on. This is not technically box of crayons.
Oh my
but
god! He's
There's
in
the
real life.
official box of colored pencils.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's actually even
Can't
interactive.
rate-
You can move the pencils.
Wow,
Around.
interactive
there you go.
features.
And you can actually, hold on, you press a certain button. Whoa, you can put down the lid.
Oh,
Crazy.
stellar design.
Yeah, Sam, Niall, great job on what you're doing here with these action figures. They're incredible.
Someone asked, why does light bulb function without electricity? But
Because she does things the bright way.
she does things the bright way.
Right.
That being said, she does have some component of electricity. She just doesn't always use it.
Yeah.
She can light up. She can generate electricity.
True.
Yes,
Someone
Justin.
corrected me from before.
Justin, good
Someone
question.
corrected me from before. Yang did kill Do or Yin. We don't know
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
right.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. I totally forgot about
They
that.
ate dough.
Yes, so Yang has
Actually, like permanently. Oh, jeez. How do we
No,
forget that?
remember? Yang was like, I'm gluten free.
Yeah, that's why I said or Yin.
"Oh,
It's up
I
in,
actually
it's up in
eat
the air.
So
Um,
he did actually kill dough.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
we were trying to come up with that whole thing where,
That was actually
who
insane.
actually killed Doe.
Yeah, Yin did.
Someone asked,
We got
Will
Knife's
there
Leg
be-
here.
What's that? Oh, Rip Knife's leg.
Yeah.
Aw, may they rest in peace.
We should get like a really bad recorder song going over the night.
Do you have a recorder?
No.
I learned how to play it when I was in like preschool.
Like, did you ever see like mirth.mp4 or whatever?
Of course,
Yeah,
I showed you
Yeah,
that.
that's the best thing ever.
Someone asked, "Will there be any more new T-shirt designs?"
Yeah, probably.
You can expect that. I think. Are you balancing Edward on that?
I'm trying.
Ah!
I tried.
I think yes, you can expect some more T-shirts. We are currently just trying to finish this episode. Once this
Yeah.
episode is done, we will probably make more T-shirts, more posters, more content for you guys. If you guys have the toughest thing is that we need to try to come up with what we want for T-shirts.
Yeah.
So sometimes when fans give us ideas, sometimes those become actual T-shirts. I remember someone asked me to make like Nichols learn how to spell a T-shirt. And I was like, I don't know if anyone's gonna want it, so I made it a T-shirt, but people like it. So
yeah, it did well.
whatever
actually.
you guys really like, we will make a T-shirt as long as it's realizable and also
And
appropriate.
Appropriate.
That is the biggest part. Yeah.
Man, this
so
thing's impossible
someone
to
said they
balance.
want a crab shirt. I can make a crab
Oh,
shirt.
that would be. I'd buy.
I would
that.
definitely make a shirt with light bulb with the crab.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. I'll be on that in no time.
that'd be great
In
after
fact,
the episode.
I will
part two.
write that down as a T-shirt idea.
Yes,
I'm
please
gonna
do.
write it down on any piece of paper I can find.
I do not know if I have any. Just put it in your notes on your phone.
But that's
Then you
like
can take it anywhere.
effort.
In the case that we do take the extra week,
I'm just writing crap. This doesn't work.
in
All
the
right.
case that we
Just
take
write
the
on your
extra
notes on
week
your
the
phone, dude.
episode, maybe that's a good time to do T-shirt stuff.
Huh?
In the case that we take the extra week to finish part 2, that'd probably be a good T-shirt time.
Well,
For you, maybe.
you,
For
but
me,
for
I'm
us,
gonna be working on.
yeah.
I'm just saying, if we take a full extra week, I'm making
because
this.
we're gonna be animating.
We're taking the week because we need the extra week to work.
Yeah, we're not taking the extra week because we're like, hey,
No,
wait,
I know.
Justin.
I know.
Yeah, think lower in that chair.
Yeah, you don't even.
Just
you,
keep singing.
You leave.
Just keep saying.
I know.
So after the
I
episode
love-
comes out,
I love
guys
you.
you guys can expect a lot more from T-shirts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and maybe posters. I'm trying to think. I would really like to get more things in the shop. More like different, like variety of things. A poster is pretty easy to make, but something like, I mean, I would like to make more little pins that you can like put on like a backpack or something.
That'd be really great. I don't
Yeah.
have any of those.
I remember I made like a balloon one and a baseball one.
Yeah,
I think
The
there's like
circular characters.
yeah. Of course, it only works for the circular characters.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
even a yin yang one. That one ended up
That's
looking
cool.
really good.
That's great.
Okay. Of course, someone's saying who is next off the show. Oh, wouldn't I tell you?
Yeah.
Justin, you all right?
I think so.
You can just stay down there. No one misses you. I didn't mean to.
Ow.
You all right?
There you go. I don't know if he's gonna make.
You have a
it.
boo-boo?
A little bit.
You want me to kiss it?
All right, guys. I don't know where Brian is. We'll take a few last questions, and then I think we're going to wrap up this stream. Because we've been going for quite a while now, but it's been great.
What the hell is that? It smells like
It's been an amazing time. It's always an amazing time.
Oh, ew. I don't know what that is then.
No, it actually probably isn't.
All right, I'll
I don't
just
know.
wipe that off then. All right, I'm gonna try to find some other questions. T-shirt of yin and yang separated. Yes, we could make that.
Have you ever done one episode where you switched a character to a new voice actor and they did so bad that you had to go back?
Have we done that? There are only a couple characters.
so.
Yeah. No.
There's only
yes.
one time that we replaced a character mid-episode, right?
No. That's not true.
No, but it's
Salt
so
and pepper.
bad that we went back to the original.
Salt and Pepper. Well, sort of. Because you voiced Pepper one time,
Oh yeah.
and then you got your sister to do it, and then you're like, nah, I'll just do it again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
My mind went to when But when Nate was still voicing Balloon, episode 4 of the season, and we needed Ben to do a fill-in line, he goes, "Nate wasn't having it."
Yeah, but now we have Ben voicing.
Yeah,
he's
really great.
Tim,
It's like I'm holding a cup of coffee, right?
yeah, Nate stayed for episode 5, and then Ben took over 6. That's what it was.
Yeah.
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 And Ben, you've done incredible.
Oh,
Thank you.
that actually, I like this idea for a t-shirt. Lightbulb saying, "Let's do this the bright way." We could definitely make that a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That'd be
Who's saying that?
I love making that.
Great.
I think what I will end up doing is I will make something like on Twitter or someplace where people can easily access and make suggestions, maybe even like a poll, like a doodle poll where people can make suggestions for what
That'd be
kind
great.
of shirts they want. So like a shirt for like,
And the top 3 maybe get made, or
I mean,
even
top
make more.
10. I don't know. I'd
Wow.
love to
Going
make
hardcore.
I'd love to make as many as possible.
That'd be great.
Someone already asked if the desert monster would return. No,
I
they're
hope so.
staying in season 1.
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
Been a big fan since season 1. You know, would love to see Tyler Bungard return. And Tyler Bungard, the monster was named after a real fan named Tyler Bungard.
That's true. That's the reason why he's named Tyler.
And I really
Bungard.
hope, Tyler, that you're doing well. So yeah, just throwing that out there.
Can you guys put Justin back in the closet?
Yeah,
that was a fun time.
that was great.
Justin,
It was scary.
it
We wanted to do something similar tonight. Our whole plan tonight was to get Brian over here and then put Taylor in the closet. And
I was gonna jump out and scare him.
And I was going to tell Brian to grab my mic because I had it stored. And then, yeah,
But oh well.
we could have had that.
Brian has
Had it all.
cousin for some reason. So
Or Taylor, you could have waited there till tomorrow.
Yeah. Or we could have just not done the stream at all.
or I could have just not come on the stream at all. I would have had to do the stream from like a different part of your
Wouldn't it have
house.
been really funny if you were never in the stream, but then like showed up behind the bed once and went down?
Just like popped
And
up.
and we never tell Justin.
Wait, just like this.
And then-
hold on, wait, right?
Yeah.
I just like hold on, right? I'm just like here and then like
Not exactly. Just like
And
you.
then-
I love you.
and then ready to just go.
Yeah, you do that once, and that's it for the
That's
whole
it?
3 hours.
That's
And
all.
you
then-
guys had not commented on it at all.
Yeah, and then I go, wait, Justin, I just saw this thing on the stream, and then I was like,
and, like, was that Taylor? And everyone
act
would
like-
get- everyone would be
What's
curious,
that over
like,
there?
what was behind Adam's bed.
that'd be really funny.
You just
Hey guys, how many season 2
when I
episodes
fell,
are
the
there?
whole thing shook.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It's really funny. That would be the only thing that would happen. I'd pop up and everyone would just be like, "Who is that?"
It's so funny.
How many season 2 episodes
Well-
are there going to be? We know this, right?
I believe.
We said it. We said it before on live streams. I've seen multiple people ask this time, so I thought we were just gonna.
yeah, I believe we've said 16.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, that may change.
There's
but
no
we believe-
definitive number at the moment. I think
We
we'll
believe
know.
16.
I
We have
think
the
we'll-
funding for 16.
I think we'll know when we get to the closer episodes towards the end.
Yes, but we may be able to. But I think it's really just going to stop at 16.
Let's check.
But I mean, I think we have everything covered for that amount of space.
Yeah, I believe
Brian,
there's 5 more episodes after 11's over.
after 11. So our good friend Brian noted that he'll be back in 2 minutes. So we have to decide rather.
End it now.
Do we end it
before it gets
now or do we wait 2 minutes?
I think we'll wait 2 minutes for him to say his goodbye, and then we'll leave.
Well,
Fine.
He can stay on the stream alone for as long as he's been away.
and just be by himself, and that will be it.
We'll just
Maybe we
like
should do
write
live
a
stream.
plot on a card and put it up there, and it'll be like, "Oh, I have so much to talk
I
about."
have so much to talk about all this plot. Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe
so
we
much
should
to
do
talk about.
Maybe we
My
should do live streams in the
plot.
future with
Oh,
just
it's so
us
much.
individually. I mean, Adam's had a few. Have you had a full live stream by yourself? Because I know there's a lot that you started by yourself. Have you done one by yourself
What
by
about
this point?
Ask Adam? remember?
The animation live that I did recently, I did pretty much all by myself. There was no one else on the camera, at least.
I popped in.
You
at one
popped in
point.
for 10 minutes, and that was it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think we should probably just have a bunch of live streams that are just us individually.
Yeah, that sounds great.
This is a very interesting
We're gonna
question.
focus on very specific
I found a
questions by that
very
point.
interesting question.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Is
yes.
there a in quotes, new taco to season 2. Basically, someone who is secretly not who they seem.
Wait. So
They're asking, is there a character who's basically being like Taco, who they're playing a role that they are actually not, like they're not who they actually seem?
Definitely not in the way Taco was.
Not in the way that. Well,
not in that crazy.
Who are you referring to?
Well,
type it down.
Not every character is as authentic as.
Okay. I guess if we're talking about authenticity, like. Sure, there are more characters that are on different levels, but no one is necessarily doing like exactly.
No one's pulling a Taco.
No one's doing exactly what Taco's doing. And hey, Brian, welcome back.
Hi, sorry about that.
Wow,
I told you we should have ended.
Really
what?
We should have ended without you, Brian.
You're right.
Oh well,
this is a perfect note to end.
I was gonna say, Brian, you missed a lot of fun things.
Did I?
Let's recap Brian as the last time on the live stream. Let's see, what did he miss? He missed Edward.
Edward came back?
Edward came back.
There he is.
But look.
No way.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He can
Justin
be
hurt himself once or twice.
That's not a surprise.
I fell. You can go back and watch me fall. It's actually a pretty great thing to see.
So I wanted to show that I live in a home.
Wow, you're so considerate.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for everything you've done.
It's just such a shame that like people
you deserve that home. You deserve it.
Thank you.
We talked about dyeing her hair. About,
I wanted to dye my hair green.
I gave him rainbow hair in a Snapchat. I should have sent that to you actually.
Can I like?
I think maybe for one mailing, we'll all do it.
I could definitely photo edit it to make your hair green.
How funny would that be?
That would be super easy.
Fun.
Tweet that out.
Oh my god.
We're gonna edit this photo of me and make my hair green. So stay tuned.
I'll do it happily.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm trying to find any other last minute questions that.
Thank you to everyone who stayed here for the stream. I don't know how many have been here over the course of the whole night. But this is great, having this viewer interaction. I think it's important. I think it's important for any creator to do. And it's very exciting for us to know that, like, we have that opportunity that not everyone has where our voice can be heard a little bit. And it's very humbling. So thank you.
Good question that I just saw.
Yes.
Backer awards.
Yes, the backer awards. We've put out a couple of them, and we're still working on them. Obviously, we're trying to finish episode 11, and after that, we plan to get a few of those out afterwards. So backers have been incredible, but I also know that what the backers were really paying for were the episodes. So those always have to come first.
Yeah.
But the rewards will, of course, come to everybody.
Between the amount of work that we've done for part 1 and part 2, we've just been solely focusing on this episode, and know that after this part 2 is done, not only will t-shirt production go up and we will get more new things, but more backer awards will come out as promised. We have a lot in mind.
And if any backer feels cheated, and doesn't believe they've received what they deserve, then I will give them their money back. But I believe that we've done what we agreed to do. So that's about it. So yeah.
Someone
Brian
asked, is Yin a boy or a girl? Yin is a boy.
Yes. There you go.
Quick little.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to get in there at the last second.
Why not? I mean, I don't know if I helped someone.
So I guess we'll go with closing words for the stream. Does anyone want to say anything? To talk about everything. Really,
I have nothing to say to you, people.
Okay. Well,
after the entire time you've been gone, you haven't thought about anything.
No.
All right.
Well, no, this is what I would say. I will incorporate a comment that I just saw from Ross Atron 14 that asked, when the teams were formed from falling off the glacier, did you purposely put characters you want to interact with each other a lot in the season together, or was it completely random? And my answer to that is that everything we do is so intentional, and everything we care about so, and that's then the philosophy that then we try to have. And I think then that's like sort of a good way to leave off on that, reminding, kind of bringing back full circle to think about looking at part 1. If you want then hints on sort of then what's going to transpire, really pay close attention to, you know, sort of everything that was established because, you know, we put a lot of passion, with a lot of very, you know, specific about what gets in there because we love you guys and we love the show. So there you go.
Oh, Brian. Part 2 is my favorite part of my favorite episode. And I think you guys are going to love it. I hope. It's great. I love it. I love it. Me.
Man, Justin, you seem so amped up. Is there anything you want to say?
It's certain characters are gonna get more screen time. I know that's like
true. Gee whiz.
a lot of the criticisms for part 1. I mean, I could also say part 2 part 2 wraps up a lot of stuff that we built up over after a long period of time. But
Justin, there's not enough content here to even talk about anything.
Excuse me.
Nothing.
Well, yeah, I can't get into certain things.
The criticisms no, I agree. The criticisms we see for then part 1, I'm always then like part 2. Like it's just it's already addressed. Like it's true, all of it.
Yeah.
Dark side, the Jedi.
All of it.
All of it.
They're real.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything you?
That we're still working hard to make the cartoon.
Animated series, Taylor?
Yes. I make a cartoon.
It's completely redundant to call it an animated cartoon. I think we can have a fight.
I think that
there's more to it than that.
Don't.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's nothing really much more else I can say.
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, we may be releasing episode 11 part 2 on January 13th as opposed to the 6th, and taking that additional week, and we will inform everyone on Facebook and Twitter. But I want you all to know that it's only to provide you guys with the better product. And every time we make a delay, and every time we do something that may be perceived as negative, like, we're doing it, you know, because we want to make you guys happy, and we're making sure you're informed. And I think that's the biggest thing. We're not just saying it's delayed and then not saying anything after that. We're making sure you know what our intentions are and what we're planning to do. And, you know, that's all we're trying to do. So please, if you can, follow us on Twitter at Inanimate Tweet, and on Facebook / Inanimate Insanity. And that would be really appreciated if you want to stay up to date. And of course, if you like the stream and all of the episodes and you're not a subscriber, please do. That would be really cool. So that's about it. That's all we could really ask for. So yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Everyone wants us to say here, so maybe that'll be the closing notes.
I like that. I like that. Everyone's saying here.
All right, are we ready?
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Are we gonna count down?
Wait, say here for they'll scream.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Get ready to close it out.
I'm
All
good.
right.
Thank you,
Brian,
everyone.
Justin, and let's go.
In 3, 2, 1.
Here!